strikes for 2 outs. We'll see what Pasquantino brings. The initial timeline was 6 to 8 weeks. He had surgery on September 3rd. He's not going to play the field for Kansas City, but he will DH, and his presence, they hope, will be a major boost to the lineup. Now the potential future Hall of Famer, Salvador Perez, a 34-year-old catcher. Massey at first with 2 down. The kick and the pitch. And another strike. Maybe got a little extra below the knees there with a cutter. Ryan added to the balls and strikes. 0-1 for Perez, who hit a 3-run homer off of Burns in the regular season in Kansas City. One of 27. A 786 on-base plus slugging for the powerful catcher. 0-1 coming. And a hard ground ball. One hop to third. Picked by Ramon. He throws to second for the out. A line drive slammed into the dirt, and the former Gold Glover Urias snared it to his left and got the force the short way, 5-4. Sparkling start for Burns and the Oriole defense. It'll be Henderson, Westberg, and Santander against Cole Ragans when we return to Camden Yards after a half inning of play on the Orioles Radio Network.
The Murray Group at UBS Financial Services, Inc. is a proud broadcast sponsor. Whether you are a business owner starting out or looking to exit, a corporate executive, an entrepreneur, or just starting to consider retirement and want to see if we are an appropriate team to help you achieve your financial goals, please give us a call at 410-771-3272. That's 410-771-3272. Or visit our website at advisors.ubs.com/Murray Group. For our client relationship summary disclosures, please visit ubs.com/relationship summary. Member FINRA SIPC.
Dave's your supply chain wizard. He also has diabetes. Maybe it's time for a group dental plan with support for chronic conditions. Grin from Within, United Concordia Dental. Learn more at grinwithucd.com. Products underwritten by United Concordia Insurance Company. Kendra manages your payroll. She's also 6 weeks pregnant. Maybe it's time for a group dental plan with extra TLC for moms-to-be. Grin from Within, United Concordia Dental. Learn more at grinwithucd.com. Products underwritten by United Concordia Insurance Company.
Drive, integrity, community, virtues that our hometown baseball team and Baltimore lawyers Dan Miller and Kevin Stern have in common. This is Brett Hollander. I've known Dan and Kevin a long time. They live here, unlike others who pretend. Whether it's an aggressive opponent or a life-altering injury, they protect their own. They're like a great catcher behind the plate. Nothing gets past them. Dan and Kevin are dedicated to making a difference in the lives of their clients. Call them for a free consultation at 410-LAW-FIRM. That's 410-LAW-FIRM.
I'm Valerie Preactor. Tomorrow morning, I'll recap today's game with C4 and Brian Neiman on WBAL News Radio.
Live from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. This is game 1 of the Wild Card series. Kansas City did not score in the first. The Orioles will look to get on the board against Cole Ragans, a 26-year-old left-hander listed at 6 feet 4 inches and 190 pounds. The gray pants worn low, the blue cap with a white KC atop the head for Ragans. His earned run average 314 in 32 starts, 10th best in the American League. Struck out 223, walked 67 and 186 in a third, allowing only 15 home runs. The first pitch of his postseason career thrown to Gunnar Henderson, who fouls it away back and to the left. Ragans acquired a little before the deadline last year from the Rangers for Aroldis Chapman, a deal that certainly helped out Texas. They got Chapman and put him into the back end of a battered bullpen and won the World Series. But the Royals look like the long-term winners with Ragans, one of the great staff aces instantly in baseball. His 0-1 is a strike, 97 to the outer edge. 0-2 on Gunnar Henderson, leading off for the Orioles in his second career postseason. The O's were swept in the postseason last year, but Henderson was a spark. Had a very good showing in the ALDS against Texas. Left on left, the 0-2, and Gunnar takes the first ball of the game, a cutter that's in the dirt. What a regular season it was for Gunnar. 281, an on-base plus slugging of 893, 37 homers, 21 steals, 78 walks. It was third in the American League in walks, top 10 in homers, OPS, on-base slugging. A swing and a foul ball back over the net, and under our booth, it's still 1-2. He is the catalyst for the 4th best offense in baseball. 4.9 runs per game, the second most home runs at 235, just a couple behind the Yankees. 1-2 from Ragans again. Henderson fouls it off back into the left once more. Well, the Orioles are in for a tester right from the start. Cole Ragans, whose last 4 starts saw an ERA of 1.08, 3 earned in 25 innings in the month of September. Overhead line, the pitch. Henderson pops the ball up into fair territory this time behind first, shallow right field. Massey, the second baseman, waves off the first baseman, Gurriel, and has the first out. Orioles saw Cole Ragans twice. First time, 6 1/3, 1 hit this park, April 3rd. The next time, late April, 7 earned in an inning and 2/3. That was his worst start of the year. But, Jeff, the Orioles have struggled against lefties. They're happy to have some of their big bats back because this is one of the better lefties in baseball.
Yeah, big bats and big right-handed bats back. That's a real key. Westberg, one of them.
And Jordan will take a fastball, call it a strike around the inside. Early on, the word is expansive for the strike zone of Ryan Addison. Westberg, who returned just over a week ago, looks at a changeup down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Regular season for Jordan, he was an all-star, 107 games, 264, 312 on base, slugged .481 with 18 homers. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball 97 to pepper the inside corner. For Ragans, it's a 4-seamer around 95, 42% of the time. A changeup 24% of the time. Those are the 2 best pitches. Slider, cutter, curve as well. Is 1-2. Westberg shoots it out of play in the air right side. 90 strikeouts on the fastball, which has a ton of velocity, a ton of spin, and a lot more break than the average fastball at that speed. And then the changeup, a swing and miss rate of 48%, the second best swing and miss rate pitch in baseball, minimum of 250 thrown. Is 2-strike pitch is called strike 3. Another fastball that looked to stick inside. Ragans gets a couple of strikes off the corner there, and Westberg down looking for the second out.
I mean, if looks could kill, Jordan Westberg shot a nasty glance back at Ryan Addison after he was called out on strikes. I mean, Westberg goes to strike zone as well as anybody, and as you see a look at the ESPN broadcast, you can notice that Salvador Perez slightly moved his glove back to the corner since it was inside.
2 down here, Santander in a scoreless game, and a high strike to Anthony on a pitch that looked up as well. Anxious moans and groans from the assembled masses early. Ragans 0-1. Drilled foul back into our right from Santander. A regular season for the ages for Anthony Santander. A homered 44 times. Shattered his career high of 33 by 11. Career high in RBIs. Slugged .506. Was an all-star. And he fights off an inside fastball on 0-2. The first 3 in the lineup all-stars against Ragans, who was an American League all-star teammate. Santander's 44 home runs, the 5th most in a Perez has become a better framer this year behind the plate. He's the catcher for Ragans, who delivers 1-2. And a pop-up from Santander, shot back over the press box and out of play. Kyle Isbell's an elite center fielder. The corner outfields spots are okay for Kansas City, but Wood could be a Gold Glover at short. Garcia very good at third. Massey, a former minor league Gold Glover at second. Another 1-2. And Anthony starts to swing. The appeal to first. He does not go, says Ben May. That's the changeup down and away, which is so often, so devastatingly, Ragans' put-away pitch. And Anthony knew it. 2-2. Popped up, right field. Gurriel is out. Massey is out. Pham is in, and it'll be the second baseman, Massey, a couple of steps in from the line to make the catch. So Corbin Burns and Cole Ragans do what aces do. They throw scoreless first innings. The Orioles without a base runner. On to the second we go. No score after an inning in Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series. The O's and the Royals on the Orioles Radio Network.
Hi, this is attorney Erin Snyder. If you have been involved in an auto accident and need a lawyer, look no further than the talented lawyers at my law firm, Cohen, Snyder, Eisenberg, and Katzenberg, the people's choice. Our attorneys have more than 40 years of experience helping injured people across the state receive compensation after an injury in an auto accident. No one should ever fight an insurance company alone. Call 410-752-1880 for a free consultation or visit us at COSEKLAW.com.
Hi, this is C4. Thursday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential candidates debate. C4 and Brian Eman tomorrow, 5:30 to 10 a.m. on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Tonight at 9 p.m., the Vice Presidential Candidates Debate. Hear ABC News live coverage here. WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Leaves are falling and autumn is calling. It's time to rake in savings. With Wise Market's new fall rewards, you can redeem your rewards points for free Nathan's Franks, Land O'Lakes shredded cheese, or Pop-Tarts. Plus, take advantage of discounts on other items throughout the store. Spending less on all those essentials means spending more on things that matter the most. Get rewarded every time you shop. Now that's rewarding. That's Wise.
I'm meteorologist Ava Marie. Hear my forecast with C4 and Brian Neiman weekday mornings on WBAL News Radio.
Second inning is brought to you by Allied Remodeling, home of the $39.99 whole home roof replacement. Visit AlliedRemodeling.com today. Kevin Brown, Jeff Arnold with Reese Levin at the controls. Here from Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It's a scoreless game after an inning in the American League Wild Card Series. All Wild Card Series begin today. Detroit's the gritty Tigers currently leading 3-0 in Houston in the bottom of the sixth. Mets in Milwaukee at 5:32. Braves in San Diego at 8:38 after they played a wild doubleheader yesterday. And the Royal number 5 hitter Yuli Gurriel against Corbin Burns. As Burns delivers a strike, a cutter's right down the heart. 10 pitches, 10 strikes for Corbin. Gurriel, Melendez, and Pham, Kansas City's 5-6-7. The 40-year-old Yuli Gurriel. 0-1 to him. And Gurriel lines it out a play to the right. Now, if you are surprised to hear Yuli Gurriel's name, you were not following the AAA Gwinnett Stripers this year. And how dare you in such cases? Gurriel spent the whole season in Gwinnett until the last day of August. 0-2. And a breaking ball down and away. Burns' first miss of the game. He was acquired in a trade. Yes, that's well after the deadline, but was not on the 40-man. It spent the entire season in the minors. And 2 days after Vinny Pasquantino's thumb injury, the Royals went out and got Gurriel. Pitch to him. Breaking ball down and away. Now, he's not been great. Really hitting .241 with a .338 on base. No homers, but 8th consecutive postseason, his 87th postseason game. So incredible experience to find that of nowhere. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. A darting breaking ball down and away. Corbin Burns' first postseason strikeout as an Oriole. And for every strikeout thrown by an Orioles pitcher this season, Autumn Lake Healthcare makes a donation to the Alzheimer's Association. Autumn Lake Healthcare, senior care and rehab for life's curveballs. Or in that instance, for life's slow sliders. Burns with a punch out. Here's MJ Melendez, left-handed hitter with power and an upright stance. First pitch breaking ball is outside. One thing we've noticed, Jeff, the past month, the cutter's gotten slower with more break, the slider as well. It feels like Burns, by throwing a little slower, by getting more break, has become the strikeout pitcher we're used to as he misses outside of Melendez 2-0.
You know, I was talking about this with him recently, and he said, I don't mind sitting 93, 94 if I can put it wherever I wanted, because he also knows that if he needs to reach back for 97, 98 on a cutter, he's got it.
2-0 for Melendez here. And a swing and a miss. 95 right on cue. Perfect to the back door. MJ Melendez doesn't hit a lot, but when he does, it goes far. Hitting .206, but slugging .400. 17 homers on the year, 135 games. 2-1, and a wave and a miss. Another backdoor cutter at 93 with that downward tilt.
And that's what I think is good when he throws at 93, 94, because he gets more of that tilt. And then it makes his secondary pitches all that much tougher. Let's not forget how good his curve and his slider have been this year.
Everything's on the table now. The 2-2. Melendez with a high fly ball to left center. Mullins a few steps back, drifting in front of the warning track, will put it away. Was frozen solid to start. Broke back on a jog, and Burns has retired 5 in a row. 2 outs in this scoreless game in the second. Corbin Burns, 194 in the third innings in the regular season. 165 hits, walked 48, and struck out 181, and the strikeout numbers soared in the month of September. Right-handed batter Tommy Pham digs in and cues a ball foul off the end of his bat, a cutter at 93. First base side, sitting in the coach's box behind Damon Hollins. Vance Wilson coaches third for Kansas City. Pham on his third team of the year, 228, only a 250 on base with Kansas City. 3 walks, 27 strikeouts, and 2 homers in 23 games as he takes a breaking ball down and away. It's not a great lineup, especially once you get through the top 4. Royals 13th in the majors, 4.5 runs per game. The last 2 weeks they scored at 2.2. Burns deals a 1-1. And a breaking ball is popped up by Pham behind second. Can of corn for Westberg, calling off nobody in particular. He makes a 2-hand catch and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 for Burns, who set down 6 in a row, all with very light contact. We're through 1.5 at Camden Yards. It's the Royals nothing, the Orioles nothing. This is game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series on the Orioles Radio Network.
Are you looking for the best personal injury lawyer for you? Look no further than Warnken. That's W-A-R-N-K-E-N. Warnken. You've seen his billboards. You know his face. If you've been hurt on the road, at work, or in the hospital, you need the best for you. It's your case. It's your life. Warnken wins. 443-RESULTS. Or online at warnkenlaw.com. Warnken wins. 443-RESULTS.
It's Kirk and Marianne's Haunted Homes and Gardens.
We're looking for the biggest, scariest home Halloween display. And if it's you, you get a 4-pack of tickets to 2 of the scariest haunted attractions around.
Bennett's Curse and Creepywood Haunted Forest. If you go all out with your Halloween decorations, upload a video of your stuff at 98online.com/haunted. You okay?
Yes, stubbed my toe.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy. Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Brian Neiman. Join me weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 with C4 on WBAL Radio.
Berland, Be the Noise, and back the boys this week. Great ticket options are still available for games 2 and 3. Don't miss out. Get your tickets for an unforgettable postseason experience. Act fast and purchase your tickets before they're gone at Orioles.com/postseason.
Jeff, thank you. Alongside Jeff Arnold, I'm Kevin Brown. We are scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. The Orioles 91-71. The Kansas City Royals 86-76 in game 1 of this best-of-3 wild card series. It is the 3rd year of this 3rd wild card in Major League Baseball. There have been 8 best-of-3 series. All 8 have been won by the game 1 winner. 7 of the 8 have been sweeps. Cole Ragans to Ryan Mountcastle. Shatters his bat, pops the ball, shallow right field. Here comes Pham, sliding in to make the catch. Well, the jagged edge of the bat landed at the feet of Garcia in third. The ball landed in the glove of Tommy Pham. Only his 9th start in right field for Kansas City this year. And a nice play on the first pitch of the second for an out. Cole Ragans, an 18-pitch, 14-strike first inning. A pop-out, a strikeout, and a pop-out. And now DH Adley Rutschman ready for Ragans' first offering, which is up and in. We weren't sure if the Orioles were going to go with Emmanuel Rivera today and have Rutschman catch or Rutschman DH and McCann catch. It's the latter. 1-0 to the right-handed batting switch hitter is a called strike with a cutter. Adley in the regular season, 148 games, 250, 318 on base, slugged .391, 19 homers and 58 walks. Walk numbers which were down, 1-1. And Rutschman foul tips high and tight fastball into the mid of Perez, 1-2. Adley an all-star this season. Before the all-star break, tremendous OPS around 800. Since the break, it's been around 600. A disappointing second half, those signs of life in Minnesota over the weekend with back-to-back 2-hit games Friday and Saturday. The 1-2. And Rutschman goes down in the dirt. There's the slider and a back foot one. Perez fields. Throws to first to complete the out. Cole Ragans is not messing around in his postseason debut. 5 up and 5 down. 2 down in the bottom of the second inning. Colton Cowser will bat. 24-year-old left-hander who will make his postseason debut. Cowser, the Rookie of the Year frontrunner, we think. First pitch to him. And a ground ball to the right side. It's through. A base hits. Why waste any time? Colton Cowser begins his postseason career with a first pitch single, and he is the Orioles' inaugural base runner.
And a guy who finished the year on a very good run of hitting, and I think that's one area where the Orioles are different this year as opposed to last year. When they came into their last couple of series last season, the offense began to go down. They only had 2.6 runs in their last 8 games. This year, their final 6 games, over 6 runs per game.
First pitch to Arias, a fly ball high into shallow left. Melendez breaks in late and makes the catch. So Ragans, after giving up a first pitch single, gets a first pitch third out. And we remain scoreless through 2 innings. The Royals and the Orioles in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. This is the Orioles Radio Network.
Terrible call. What? It was right down the middle.
Don't listen to him. He thinks everything's a bad call.
Not true. I made a great call this morning, and I'm going to make another great call after the game. What? Yep. I went to Royal Farms today for my coffee and a breakfast sandwich. And after the game, I'm going to go back and score some world-famous chicken.
Of course he is.
Going to Rofo before or after the game is always a great call. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's Justin from my friends at Jones Junction, the Triple Crown of car dealerships, voted best in Baltimore by the Baltimore Sun readers, Baltimore Magazine readers, and the best in Harford County. They have a huge selection of vehicles, and they pay $500 more than CarMax for your trade. They have 1 million likes and reviews, and Jones is only 15 minutes from the White Marsh Mall. Don't forget about Jones for a lifetime. That's free oil changes, free car washes, and an engine guaranteed for a lifetime. Get a Jones tag frame like mine online at jonesjunction.com.
As a proud partner of the Orioles, PNC Bank is a big fan of the game. But it would like to remind everyone there's nothing wrong with keeping things boring once in a while, like when it comes to managing your money. Steady consistency is a winning approach, so go ahead and cheer for that base-clearing home run, but don't forget to save a little applause for those sensible walks and interest-bearing savings accounts. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The home of the Orioles, WBAL News Radio.
Live from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. This is Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series. So far, the pitchers are stealing the show. Corbin Burns and Cole Ragans have each allowed just 1 hit, 1 base runner, and we are scoreless through 2. Kyle Isbell will lead off the third against Burns, and stepping in for the play-by-play, here's Jeff Arnold.
All right, Kibby, thanks. And I'm Jeff Arnold making the call with Kevin Brown. If you need a lawyer, make a call to Miller Stern Lawyers at 410 Law Firm, your Baltimore area personal injury and medical malpractice legal experts. So a cameraman right behind Kyle Isbell now races off the field, and we're ready to start things here in the third inning. Burns has set down the last 5 that he has faced after allowing a leadoff single and a first pitch breaking ball. This is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So far, not many balls thrown by Corbin Burns. That was his 23rd pitch, 17 strikes. Burns from the stretch delivers on 1-0, and Isbell chops this one out to second base. A big hop for Westberg, flicks it on to first, and retires Isbell to open up the third inning, which is brought to you by Johns Hopkins Brady Urological Institute, pioneering urological advances, diagnostics, and treatments to shape the future of urologic care. One away, and that's going to send Michael Garcia up to the plate. Very good defensive third baseman for the Royals, and is just 24 years old. Right on right with Burns. Here's the pitch. And a cutter is a strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. On the year, Garcia hit .231, .614 OPS, 7 homers, and 58 driven in. The kick in the 0-1. And there's a liner out to center field. Charging on his Mullins. Now pulls up in his tracks and makes the catch for out number 2. So one time through the order for Burns. Only one hit allowed. 0-0 our score. Start of the third. And we're back to the top of the card and Michael Massey. Massey blooped a single his first time up. A big key for Burns is going to be if he deals with Royals base runners, how is he going to handle it? Pitch home. Massey takes a breaking ball that goes around the outside corner but is wide. 1 ball and no strikes. And Burns this year, 41 stolen bases allowed, by far the most in the major leagues. The 1-0. That is cracked down the right field line, hooking in the corner, and it is a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The 2 real grenades in this lineup, in that perspective. Witt with 31, and then Garcia's 37 for 39. You gave the numbers. He's not very good, but if Garcia gets first, it's about an auto steal. So he's such an important hitter at the bottom of the lineup for Burns.
Witt awaits on deck. No score. The 1-1 pitch, and this offering is in the dirt. A changeup which missed, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Witt gets on base a lot too. Best batting average of anybody in baseball, but unlike Garcia, when he tries to steal, he will be caught a good amount. The 2-1. Chopped up the first base line. It'll hop over the bag, just foul as Mountcastle grabs it. Call was made by Ben May, the first base umpire, and while the fans don't like it, that's not a play that you can review. So I guess it'll just mean that Burns will have to strike Massey out. 2 balls and 2 strikes, though it won't be easy. Time is called at home plate. As a home plate umpire, Ryan Addington kicked some dirt around, and that ball, as we take a look at it, was just foul. 2-2, nobody on base. Third inning at Camden Yards. Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Fans come to life. Burns with a 2-2. And there's a chopper out to the hole at second. Another big bounce for Westbrook. Sidearm flip to first. Beats Massey. And for the second inning in a row, Corbin Burns goes 1-2-3. He's on a roll as we go to the middle of the third inning. Game 1 of the Wild Card round. The Orioles and the Royals are scoreless on the Orioles Radio Network.
There's nothing quite like the Honda Civic Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and CR-V Hybrid when it comes to exhilarating efficiency. With hybrid technology and thrilling capability, these vehicles deliver an electrifying performance on every drive. But what truly makes these hybrids special is the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. Redefine your driving experience with Honda, KBB.com's best value brand of 2024.
Based on 2024 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Berenberg Eye Associates presents the revolutionary light adjustable lens from RX Sight, the only lens customizable after cataract surgery, virtually eliminating the need for glasses or contacts. Traditional cataract surgery leaves your vision outcome fixed, but with the new light adjustable lens, you can test drive your vision and fine-tune it through non-invasive light adjustments performed in the office. Visit Berenberg Eye Associates today at berenbergeye.com. Light adjustable lens, your vision perfectly customized. Berenberg Eye Associates, vision for life. Hiya, bird watchers. This team, what might? The energy at the yard is incredible, and you fans, what a wonderful sight. A reminder as you're driving about, be safe. Yes, be safe. Obeying speed limits posted all along your route. More at transportation.baltimorecity.gov.
Hey, it's Brian Neiman. Wednesday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential debate. C4 and Brian Neiman tomorrow morning, 5:30 to 10 on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
I'm TJ Smith. Join me weekdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Midday Show on WBAL News Radio.
Birdland, with postseason comes new bites at the yard. Grab your tickets and try out some of the new food items like the fried chicken BLT, s'more sundae, drunken crab cake, and more. Check out all the new postseason menu items at Orioles.com/eats.
Fortunately, they give us a food voucher for these playoff games, so I'll have to go down and try some of that out. That is Kevin Brown. Jeff Arnold with you, live from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. As Cedric Mullins, the birthday boy, making his way up to the plate. Cedric today is celebrating his 30th birthday. And it would be nice if he can start off that birthday with a big hit here. Left on left with Cole Ragans, who delivers, and there's a fly ball hit in the air to deep right field. Pham is back at the high wall. It will hit off the top of the wall. Grabbed there by Pham, fires into second base. There's your birthday present for Cedric Mullins. A double which scrapes off the LED board on the high wall and right, and the Orioles with their first extra base hit of the afternoon.
And folks may have forgotten, Jeff, but I'm sure Cedric didn't. He was 0 for 12 in the postseason last year. Remember the way he went into the playoffs, dealing with a recurrence of a groin issue. He was just not healthy much of the year. So in his second postseason, his first postseason hit, he was so good the last few months of the year. He is healthy. He is playing some of the best baseball of his life, and what a great sign that is.
And the corner infielders are going to play in with James McCann at the plate, right-hand batter. And Ragans misses up. The fastball at 94, 1 ball and no strikes. Mullins, a number of players that the Orioles have this year who, coming into last year's postseason, were cold. But Mullins had a really good September. James McCann has had a really good few months at the plate. Has the 1-0 homeward, and he swings and misses at that change-up away. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. On the year, McCann hitting at .234, 8 home runs, 31 driven in. His latest home run was a 3-run shot on Sunday in what was an Orioles win in Minnesota. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And Ragans dumps in a breaking ball for a strike. A curve which had the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Now, the 8 home runs that McCann has hit this year, 4 of them, worth noting, came in the month of September. 1-2 the count. Mullins off second, the pitch. And it's high. The heater this time at 96. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Massey, the second baseman, really bird-dogging Mullins to try and keep him close. Center fielder Isbell a step towards right center against McCann. No score, the set, and the 2-2. And that is pulled on the ground foul. Up the third base line. It'll remain even against McCann. Something that you'll also look into in this game is how do the Orioles fare with runners in scoring position. In their last 2 series, they had 20 hits with men in scoring position. That was more than they did in their previous 5 series combined. The 2-2 is line foul, upstairs and 2 all right. And the count remains in place at 2-2.
Partly getting some injured players back, partly just it seemed like a collective breath from this lineup. Shorter swings with 2 strikes, and guys like McCann and Rivera and Holiday, people you wouldn't expect have been really big in those spots.
2-2 pitch, in the dirt with a change, body down by Perez. It's a full count.
And look, James McCann didn't play in the postseason last year. Adley Rutschman was so good. There's a steadiness to having James behind the plate. You mentioned the numbers in September. This is maybe his best hitting month as an Oriole, best power month in 3 years. Even moving Mullins up here would be a huge at-bat in the 9th spot.
3-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. The bat goes flying into the Royals dugout. And gets one of the coaches at the very top of the stairs. I think Vance Wilson was standing near that top step and then turns and goes right back towards the tunnel. And in the past 2 games, I believe that is 3 different bat throws from James McCann, and recently just can't seem to hold on to the bat.
Our friend and colleague Melanie Newman told me last weekend he was up to 6 for the month. So I guess it's 7 now since the start of September.
Pitch on the way. Henderson rolls this on the ground to deep first. This will get the runner over as Gurriel races over to force out Henderson at first base. Mullins advances to third. And a possible first run in this game is on the doorstep with Jordan Westberg stepping in there. Yeah, I mean, that bat has just gone flying for James McCann. I'm not sure if he just doesn't have enough stickum on the handle or what it is. So here's your chance if you're Westberg. First opportunity for the Orioles as that's belted out to deep left field. Melendez moving his way back at the track, makes the catch in front of the blue Lecom sign. As is often the case with hitters who try to go up against the Great Wall of Baltimore, they often come up short. And while I'm sure in many parks that would have been a home run for Westburg, it is an out here. So Mullins left at third. We're through 3 innings at Camden Yards. No score, Orioles and Royals on the Orioles Radio Network.
Hey everyone, Brett Hollander here from my friends at HydroClean. It's time to get our carpets cleaned. Dirty carpets can potentially contribute to respiratory problems, which might lead to serious health concerns. Mold, mildew, dust mites, bacterial contaminants, pet dander, and allergens all can contribute to an infection. Regular vacuuming and professional carpet cleaning can reduce these risks. I've had them in my home, and they do a fantastic job. Google HydroClean Baltimore. That's HydroClean Baltimore. It's not clean until it's HydroClean.
Hi, this is C4. Thursday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential candidates debate. C4 and Brian Neiman tomorrow, 5:30 to 10 a.m. on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Tonight at 9 p.m., the Vice Presidential Candidates Debate. Hear ABC News live coverage here. WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Drive, integrity, community, virtues that our hometown baseball team and Baltimore lawyers Dan Miller and Kevin Stern have in common. This is Brett Hollander. I've known Dan and Kevin a long time. They live here, unlike others who pretend. Whether it's an aggressive opponent or a life-altering injury, they protect their own. They're like a great catcher behind the plate. Nothing gets past them. Dan and Kevin are dedicated to making a difference in the lives of their clients. Call them for a free consultation at 410 Law Firm. That's 410 Law Firm.
WBAL News Radio 1090, FM 101.5, and the WBAL app.
The 4th inning is brought to you by the 2024 Toyota RAV4, available in gas, hybrid, and plug-in electric options. Visit your Baltimore area Toyota dealer today or shop now at buyatoyota.com. They are live from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. Jeff Arnold, Kevin Brown, Ribeye Reese-Levin. The Orioles thought that maybe they were going to have 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but Jordan Westburg flies out onto the track in front of the Great Wall of Baltimore, a ball that would have been a home run in all but 2 parks in baseball, and Camden Yards, one of them. No score as Burns goes back to work and pumps in strike 1 over the inner third to Bobby Witt Jr. Now, the only other park outside of Camden Yards that Westburg's ball would not have been a home run in is PNC Park. 1-1 the count. Here's a pitch. And Witt pops it up. Foul ground first base head running down is Mountcastle. Burns now gives way and the catch is made with Mountcastle ending up right in front of the front stairs of the dugout. Now Corbin Burns wasn't sure if Mountcastle would get there, and so he hustled over, only for Mountie to eventually grab that pop-up. 1 out here in the inning, and now it's going to get Vinny Pasquantino up to the plate for his second at-bat.
And another out on a cutter for Burns. He's recorded 10 outs. 8 of the 10 have been on cutters. Royals haven't adjusted yet, so if you're Corbin Burns, why mess with it till they figure it out?
Pitch comes home to Pasquantino, and he will take a cutter for strike 1 at the knees. Now, only 1 strikeout for Burns, but he's been able to be very efficient so far as he's here in the 4th inning with 1 out and has thrown only 34 pitches. Number 35 is in the dirt on a breaking ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think that's okay today for Corbin because the Royals, the 3rd toughest team to strike out in the majors. This is not a case where he doesn't have swing and miss stuff. They're just a good contact team, but it's a lot of pop-ups and weak groundouts so far.
1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike. And he is okay with getting outs in 3 pitches or less. Now, the overall swing and miss for Burns has been down each of the last 4 years. We saw a lot of swing and miss in the month of September. Here's the set, the 2-1. And a swing and a miss. A cutter which took a wide turn into the legs of Pasquantino. As our boy Ben McDonald say, anything turning that much ought to have a blinker on it. 2-2 with 1 out. Burns delivers. And it's fouled off at home plate. Somehow Pasquantino makes contact with a 95-mile-an-hour cutter down around his knees and several balls off the inside corner. 2-2. Salvador Perez awaits on deck in this scoreless game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He hooked him. Tag applied by McCann. And for Burns, there's his second strikeout. And for Pasquantino, in his first game since August 29th, he's 0 for 2.
If we're going to stay with McDonaldisms, there's something about a minute in shallow water on that pitch. By the way, our friend, our colleague Ben, on the national TV broadcast for the series, which is so awesome, a couple of booths next door to us.
We're going to get to hear all the great wisdom and knowledge that he has, as that is a high fly and a deep left by Salvador Perez. Tracking back is Colton Cowser. Now on the back of the grass in front of the track, the catch is made, ending the inning. So some moves sound throughout the ballpark. It's the latest 1-2-3 inning for Corbin Burns since the leadoff single in the first. Everyone else has been retired. We're halfway through the fourth inning. No score. Orioles and Royals on the Orioles Radio Network.
Leaves are falling and autumn is calling. It's time to rake in savings. With Wise Market's new fall rewards, you can redeem your rewards points for free Nathan's Franks, Land O'Lakes shredded cheese, or Pop-Tarts. Plus, take advantage of discounts on other items throughout the store. Spending less on all those essentials means spending more on things that matter the most. Get rewarded every time you shop. Now that's rewarding. That's Wise.
Hey there, furniture fans. Are you tired of sitting in the dugout with that old beat-up chair? It's time to step up to the plate and score big with PVI Office Furniture in Frederick, Maryland. PVI is open on Saturdays. Swing by their showroom on Monroe Avenue in Frederick and experience the grand slam of furniture shopping. Don't miss out on the Saturday special. Mention this and receive an additional 15% off a purchase of $100 or more. Visit PVIPVI.com today. That's PVIPVI.com. Remember, business grows with PVI.
The Murray Group at UBS Financial Services, Inc. is a proud broadcast sponsor. Whether you are a business owner starting out or looking to exit, a corporate executive, an entrepreneur, or just starting to consider retirement and want to see if we are an appropriate team to help you achieve your financial goals, please give us a call at 410-771-3272. That's 410-771-3272. Or visit our website at advisors.ubs.com/Murray Group. For our client relationship summary disclosures, please visit ubs.com/relationship summary. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Tori Snell. Be sure to catch my show weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 p.m. on WBAL Radio.
O's fans, don't miss your chance to get exclusive access to 2024 postseason tickets by securing a 2025 Birdland membership. Limited inventory still remains. Members receive unparalleled benefits, including a discount on concessions, merchandise, and more. Get postseason ticket access and your 2025 Birdland membership at Orioles.com/membership.
That's Kevin Brown, Jeff Arnold with you as we start the bottom of the fourth inning in a scoreless game, which has featured only 3 combined hits between the Orioles and the Royals. The Orioles had a close call, nearly a Westburg homer, but it died on the warning track and left. First pitch is inside to Anthony Santander from Cole Ragans. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 12 in a row set down by Corbin Burns. As Ragans into his motion, high leg kicking 1-0 outside. The curveball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Ragans, a double in the last inning. Orioles had the best scoring chance so far, but Mullins was left at third. And then Cowser singled in the second inning. The 2-0. Santander scoops it foul over the screen. And it's now 2-1. We are live here from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. Happy to be with you on what is an overcast Tuesday afternoon with the wild card round getting underway today. The 2-1. High with a heater. Now 3 balls and a strike against Anthony Santander. The Orioles drawing the Royals after Kansas City won their game in Atlanta on Sunday, and the Tigers ended up losing theirs to the Chicago White Sox. And the Tigers right now, they're playing the 8th inning in Houston. A.J. Hinch facing his former team. And the Tigers are up 3-0 in game 1. Into the motion, here's the 3-1. And a swing and a miss. A cutter which hovered at the top of the zone. And Santander in an effort to hit that one to DC, fell across home plate.
And the cutter is Ragans' worst of his 5 pitches, but it's so unexpected it ended up being effective in that count.
Here's a 3-2. That is a pop-up. First base side, drifting into the upper deck. And I imagine it probably is more effective because you have to pay so much attention to covering that outside part of the plate with the changeup, as opposed to the cutter where Ragans can jam you in. He's also done that with a fastball. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What are we saying? Cutter, up and in. It's the 4th strikeout for Ragans as we pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Orioles Radio Network.
WBAL, WIYY HD2 Baltimore. This is WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
With Kevin Brown and Rabbi Reese Levin, Jeff Arnold with you. Ryan Mountcastle awaits and takes strike 1. On a knee-high curve, it's 0-1. 0-0 our count between the Orioles and the Royals. Bottom half of the 4th inning here at Camden Yards. Mountcastle robbed of a hit his first time, and he waves through a change. Down and away, no balls and 2 strikes. As his bat was broke, a lot of it went flying out to third, and then Tommy Pham in right sprinted on to make a sliding catch. 0-2 on the way to mounting. And he'll loop it foul off to the first base side. You love having Mountcastle back because of what he does in his career against left-handed pitching, and you also love what Mountcastle was doing in the series earlier this season against Kansas City. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We spoke too soon. As a curve is in the dirt, Perez chases him up the line, and he's tagged out. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Cole Ragans, sending up Rutschman.
Well, we do still love to have him back, but Cole Ragans is really keeping the Orioles off kilter here. It's his 5th strikeout all year on a cutter, and then the curveball is his 2nd least used strikeout pitch. So much of the fastball and the changeup in the equation. The slider is really nasty, but this is why Cole Ragans is so good. He has 3 elite pitches, and then he throws those 2 for 2 strike pitches back to back.
There's the offering home. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. I mean, you and I held on for that 5-hour rain delay in the first outing that he made against the Orioles this year. It might have been as dominant as we've seen an opposing starter against the Orioles all year. The 1-0 is lifted to left field. Melendez to his left makes the catch in medium left center, and that'll end the inning. So the Orioles go quietly against Ragans in the bottom of the 4th. 0-0. Orioles in KC. We head to the 5th. Game 1 of the Wild Card Series on the Orioles Radio Network.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy. Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota. Let's go places.
Is your roof ready to protect your house this winter? Right now at Allied Remodeling, you can get a whole home roof replacement for just $39.99. That's right, just $3,999. And for over 25 years, all Allied's products are backed by a lifetime labor warranty. Allied also offers top quality windows, siding, and decks to transform your home's look and feel. Plus, Allied Remodeling does not take a dime until your job is finished. That's right, no deposit ever. Call 410-413-ROOF or visit AlliedRemodeling.com today to schedule your free estimate.
There's only 3 names to remember: Rice, Martha, Pasauris, your official injury lawyers. Find us online at 410ricelaw.com. That's 410ricelaw.com.
Rice, Martha, Pasauris.
Hey, it's Brian Neiman. Wednesday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential debate. C4 and Brian Neiman tomorrow morning, 5:30 to 10 on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Orioles baseball is here on WBAL News Radio.
They start the 5th inning here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. A 0-0 score where both aces have been dominant so far. Live here from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. We start this fifth. Yuli Gurriel against Corbin Burns. And back in to tell you about it, here's Kevin Brown.
Jeff, thank you. Yeah, dominant is an appropriate word for a pitcher who allowed a leadoff bloop single and has faced 12 Royals and retired all 12 Royals since. The Orioles have 2 hits. The Royals have 1. There has not been a walk in the game. We have cruised through the first 4 innings in this wild card opener. Gurriel, Melendez, and Pham, 5-6-7 against Burns. Anchored to the first base side of the rubber. The low leg kick, the pitch, and a pop-up foul. It's another cutter, 92 miles per hour. 12 outs in the game for Burns. 8 of the 12 have come on the cutter. 8 of the 12 out pitches. 40 pitches in the first 4 innings. 30-10 strike to ball. And his 0-1 here is a slider off the plate, 1-1. Gurriel with a 2. Royals to strike out on a slider down and away. Gets on base a good amount. Hit for absolutely no power in the regular season as he takes a sharp sinker. Strike at the knees. That may be the first sinker of the game for Corbin. It was at 97. The last sinker he threw to Kansas City, Salvador Perez, hit for a home run in late April. 1-2. Fires one in the dirt. Cutter at 96. That was officially the first sinker for Burns today. He was thrown about 65% cutters so far. Soft windup, kicking the 2-2. Gurriel smokes it left center field. Mullins will not get there. He plays it on a hop. It's a base hit. Yuli Gurriel gets on top of a cutter. He's Kansas City's first base runner since the first batter of the game. Guy who was just mired in Triple-A Gwinnett with the Atlanta Braves all year. And the Royals had a bit of a roster makeover. The last day to do it, the 31st of August, right before the deadline to add players to the organization for the postseason. They added 3. Here's Melendez, dangerous left-hander. First pitch swinging. Line drive caught at first by Mountcastle. He tags the bag, and it's a double play. That ball was right along the chalk. Ryan leaned into it and then slapped the base with a glove on the left hand to get Gurriel for a double play, 3 unassisted.
That's another reason why you want to have him back. Ryan Mountcastle, they're guarding the line, and that ball is starting to hook away from him, and he makes a diving catch. He's so long, and he covers so much real estate with that wingspan of his, and he gets Corbin Burns a much-needed double play.
And a ball that, if he doesn't catch, would have been foul and a harmless strike 1. Instead, 2 out, nobody on for Tommy Pham, who swings at the first pitch. A cutter away, fouls it off to the right side. It's 0-1 again. 5th inning brought to you by Berenberg Eye Associates. Get comprehensive eye care from complete eye exams to advanced cataract surgery. Schedule your appointment today. No score, top 5. Bases vacant, the 0-1. And a cutter down and away for Pham. He was another one of those end of August roster additions. All with Vinny Pasquantino hurt. Pham, Gurriel, Robbie Grossman, who haven't had great success, but at least provided a little stability, experience. 1-1 pitch. Strike at the knees, 1-2. This Camden Yards crowd will rise to its feet. Most sections are jam-packed. Some scattered open seats in the left field upper deck, but it's a very good crowd for Tuesday late afternoon as Burns bounces a 2-strike slider, 2-2. Game 2 of 4:38 first pitch tomorrow, and if there is a game 3, it's scheduled for 4:08, but we'll see. 2-2 to Pham with a 2-tone bat over his shoulder. Burns kick, steals. A swing and a miss, strike 3. A big looping breaking ball down and away, and Corbin Burns faces the minimum thanks to a double play and a strikeout in the 5th. He has absolutely carved up this Kansas City lineup, and through 4.5, we remain scoreless in the opening game of the Wild Card Series. The Royals and the Orioles on the Orioles Radio Network.
Is your roof ready to protect your house this winter? Right now at Allied Remodeling, you can get a whole home roof replacement for just $39.99. That's right, just $3,999. And for over 25 years, all Allied's products are backed by a lifetime labor warranty. Allied also offers top quality windows, siding, and decks to transform your home's look and feel. Plus, Allied Remodeling does not take a dime until your job is finished. That's right, no deposit ever. Call 410-413-ROOF or visit AlliedRemodeling.com today to schedule your free estimate.
Hi, this is C4. Thursday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential candidates debate. C4 and Brian Eman tomorrow, 5:30 to 10 a.m. on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Tonight at 9 p.m., the Vice Presidential Candidates Debate. Hear ABC News live coverage here. WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Hey, Orioles fans, do you love this team? At Catholic Charities, we love rooting for each other, and we are inspired by the call to action of Love Your Neighbor. We invite you to get involved in the meaningful work of improving the lives of Marylanders. You can find a wide variety of volunteer opportunities with us and directly help those in need. Consider giving to support your neighbors, or discover a meaningful career at Catholic Charities and join our team. Learn more at cc-md.org.
Listen to the C4 and Brian Neiman Show right here at WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Get the Orioles official postseason tee today at the Orioles Team Store. Visit Orioles.com/team store for store hours.
That's Jeff Arnold. I'm Kevin Brown. We're in the bottom of the fifth in Baltimore, Maryland. We're still scoreless. The top wild card, the Orioles. The second wild card, the Royals in the American League. Corbin Burns has allowed 2 hits through 5. Cole Ragans 2 hits through 4. Ragans has struck 5 out. He's retired 6 in a row. Sets a leadoff Cedric Mullins double in the third. Colton Cowser leads off left on left out of the windup. First pitch is down and away with a slider. 6, 7, and 8 for Baltimore. Cowser, Urias, and Mullins. Colton has the first of the 2 hits with a ground ball single through the right side. Left foot on the rubber, third base side. Right foot well off. Ragans winds and deals. And a slow ground ball to the right side. Gurriel gobbles. Calls off Ragans with an outstretched palm. And he has the first out. It's a little more left-handed than you usually see for the Orioles, with Cowser and Mullins both in there. Ragans is a reverse splits pitcher. Lefties hit him at a 276 number. An OPS of 723. Righties are 195, 594 respectively because of that changeup. Pitch to Ramon is inside. Ordinarily, you'd see Austin Slater in the game. He's been the regular starter against left-handed pitching this year since coming over the deadline, but it's Mullins in there today. Ramon swings and fouls a high changeup back to the screen, 1-1. And the 2 hits so far are from 2 of the 3 lefties. Cowser single, Mullins double. So early returns. Brandon Hyde's got that lineup decision right. Urias flight out to left on the first pitch he saw in the second. Ragans, black glove to the back of the head. The kick of the deal. Fastball wide. It's 2-1. Regular season, Ramon played 100 games, 254, 745 OPS with 11 homers. Very good contact hitter, very good with runners on base. He bats with them empty here. Outfield shaded around to right. The 2-1 is a strike called. Down and in again. That is Salvador Perez's best framing spot. Down and into righties. Perez is maybe the best framer in baseball in that specific location, and it's important because that's where Cole Ragans loves to throw as a left-handed pitcher. Target is inside again, and the 2-2 is fouled off of the plate.
And it's really something that he can not only frame that spot well, but at his size, he's able to get so low and present a good target to the home plate umpire, because that's what's so impressive about that framing spot is with his size, it's not easy to present it well from there.
2-2. Urias loses the bat, lobs one into left. Melendez charges in and he overruns the ball. It kicks behind him. Ramon will get to second and stop right there. Isbell with a crucial backup, but Urias didn't seem to break the bat so much as lose the bat, fling it about halfway to the mound. And MJ Melendez, the weak link of this defense, made a mess of the play in front of him and left. It will go down as a double for a 1-out extra base hit.
I mean, seriously, don't ask Ramon Arias to try and do that again. I don't think he could. I mean, he threw the bat literally right at the ball, somehow made contact, and Melendez, you said it, who struggles defensively, overran it.
Now Mullins, first pitch swinging a little looper to center field. Isbell will not get there. It's a base hit. Ramon held up, and he only gets as far as third. Urias did not get an ideal read on that play, so he can't score. But the Orioles are the first team with 2 on in the same inning. Mullins has seen 2 pitches and is 2 for 2. And it's first and third for McCann with 1 out. Looked like a cutter off the plate. Brian Sweeney, the Royals pitching coach, will come out and, hey, it's not great contact, but it's contact. And sometimes that's enough against Cole Ragans.
And sometimes it's enough if you're somebody like Ramon Arias and you got all that real estate out there in left field. And Isbell's a really good defender, but Mullins put it in a spot where he couldn't get to it. And so James McCann on earlier in a spot like this when he had a runner at third base, wasn't able to convert. Either way, you feel pretty good. First and third, better of late with men in scoring position and only 1 out.
McCann, the catcher, trying to open the postseason scoring. First pitch, he swings and misses a changeup at the knees. James batted with a runner at second, nobody out in the third. He did not attempt a bunt. He struck out on 8 pitches on a high fastball. Ragans has induced 11 double plays this year. 0-1 and a swing and a miss in tight with a heater. 0-2, and now it's up to James to just get bat to ball here with the caveat, don't get bat to ball if you hit a ground ball right to an infielder. Urias hoping to become the first run at third. Mullins at first, the 0-2. And a swing and a miss, a pitch in the dirt, strike 3. McCann feebly goes down on the 6th Ragans strikeout, and there are 2 away.
That's what an ace can do. Back against the wall, needs a strikeout, gets a strikeout, and he does so on only 3 pitches, and 3 nasty ones at that.
Changeup, fastball, curve. McCann set down. And now the most valuable Oriole, Gunnar Henderson, try to kickstart the scoring. The third time through the order against Ragans. 2 on, 2 out, no score in the 5th. The kick and the pitch. That's a cutter at the knees. He's using that cutter more. He gets a strike with it. Gunnar's popped out to second, rolled over to first. Only 4 for 26 against the Royals this year with a single solitary RBI. 0-1. Wade stares. Perez out of the crouch to get a fastball overthrown at 97. The 23-year-old Gunnar Henderson, an all-star teammate of Ragans, ready for a 1-1. And it's up and away for ball 2. Isbell is a step or so to the left of center. The infield plays Henderson slightly to pull. Witt close to the bag at second from short. Garcia well off the line at third. Runners lead on 2-1. Ragans kick steals. And a foul ball fly back. It was a fastball right down the heart. And lefties have hit the Ragans fastball well this season. That may, in fact, be the swing Gunnar wants back. Perez jumps out from behind the plate. Slow down the rhythm and give the defensive signs. The Orioles trying to draw first blood here in the wild card opener. Ragans holds glove to his ear. On 2-2, a look over at first, the kick and the pitch. And he struck him out swinging on a slider low. Reagan shouts, pumps his fist, and coolly steps over the foul line on his way to the third base dugout with a shutout intact. The Orioles get runners at the corners, 1 out, and they cannot score them on a devastating slider to end the inning. So we remain scoreless. Royals and Orioles. On to the 6th we go on the Orioles Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Adley Rutschman. And I'm Cal Ripken.
We've stepped up to the plate, along with Maryland Department of Transportation, to help keep roadside workers safe.
Every day, they face risks to keep our roads running smoothly.
And they're relying on us to make sure that they make it home.
Help us protect those who get Maryland where it needs to go.
Slow down.
Move over.
Be the driver who saves lives.
Terrible call.
What? It was right down the middle.
Don't listen to him. He thinks everything's a bad call. Not true. I made a great call this morning, and I'm going to make another great call after the game.
What?
Yep. I went to Royal Farms today for my coffee and a breakfast sandwich. And after the game, I'm going to go back and score some world-famous chicken. Of course he is.
Going to Rofo before or after the game is always a great call. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Hey there, furniture fans. Are you tired of sitting in the dugout with that old beat-up chair? It's time to step up to the plate and score big with PVI Office Furniture in Frederick, Maryland. PVI is open on Saturdays. Swing by their showroom on Monroe Avenue in Frederick and experience the grand slam of furniture shopping. Don't miss out on the Saturday special. Mention this and receive an additional 15% off a purchase of $100 or more. Visit PVI.com today. That's PVI.com. Remember, business grows with PVI.
I'm Tony Thornton. Get traffic updates with me weekday mornings with C4 and Brian Neiman on WBAL News Radio.
Live from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. This is game one of the American League Wild Card Series. We are into the sixth. We are still where we started. Kansas City nothing, Baltimore nothing as the Orioles strand a pair in the bottom of the fifth. For the sixth inning, Kyle Isbell will face Corbin Burns. And once again, here's Jeff Arnold with the play-by-play.
All right, KB, thanks. The sixth inning brought to you by PNC. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Burns facing Isbell. Just 2 hits allowed by Corbin Burns, and a breaking ball is off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Give up a leadoff single to Michael Massey, which was a bloop to left, and then Yuli Gurriel the single to center field in the last inning. Outside of that, he's gotten everybody. A 1-0. Breaking ball. Tap foul at home plate. It goes to the backstop. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Orioles have had their chances. 5th inning. 1st and 3rd. 1 out. But that's when Cole Ragans was his nastiest. Getting back-to-back strikeouts of McCann and Henderson. 1-1 pitch. Sailed into center field. Cedric Mullins angles in and to his left. He makes the catch. And the shallow outfield, and there's out number 1 of the top of the 6th inning. As the Orioles so far, we said they've been improved with men in scoring position their last 2 regular season series when they were in New York and Minnesota, but today have gone just 1 for 6 so far, and Cole Ragans has made pitches when he's had to. Burns delivers here to Garcia, and a breaking ball here is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Corbin Burns still in great shape pitch count wise. 1 out in the 6th. He's thrown only 55. Just 3 strikeouts, but no walks. A 1-0. Down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. And he went out on a high note against the New York Yankees. Last time that Burns pitched, he shortened his outing. 5 innings of 1-run baseball, but 9 strikeouts and a lot of swing and miss. 2-0. Fouled away. First base side over the dugout. 2 balls and a strike now. You know, Burns is starting for you today. He's going on 5 days rest. Not something which you've seen Burns do this year. 2-1 the count. Here's a pitch. Off the outside corner and not by much. The umpires in the stands thought it was a strike. The reality was it was probably 2 baseballs outside. 3-1 now against Garcia. Got to be careful with his speed. 3-1. And this offering is a strike. Got it to the knees. 94 over the outer third. Full count and a big pitch coming up here with Garcia's ability to run at the top of the order for Kansas City looming.
Corbin's first 3-ball count of the game. 18 batters in to maybe their best base runner.
3-2. Burns delivers. Laced foul, upper deck down the right field line. And we said it before, better at holding runners in the month of September, but didn't have to hold a lot of base runners because of how many outs he recorded. A lot of strikeouts. 3-2. Fouled straight back against Garcia, who is always a pesky hitter up at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Massey awaits on deck for the Royals, who've done nothing so far against Burns. Payoff pitch, it's number 8. And this offering is inside ball 4. Cutter missed, and a very dangerous man jogs 90 feet down to first base. And suddenly, you've got to deal with the top of the order and a couple of guys right after Massey who are great hitting with men on base.
And not only is it 37 steals for Garcia, third in the league, it's 37 out of 39. Been caught twice in the whole year. Burns has been a lot better holding runners in September. It'll have to be great now.
Here's the kick and pitch, and it's a strike. Over the outer third of the plate, 0-1 on that first offering with Garcia on base. A very abbreviated leg kick. Admits that it's something that he's improved at, but he's going to continue to work on. Fires over to first base. Close play, safe. And the Orioles, I think, are going to take an extra look just to be sure that Garcia was back in time. Burns, when he throws over on pickoff attempts, he really whips it over, and on the replay that we're seeing, Garcia got his right hand to the back part of the base first. 0-1, no score. Burns sets with 1 out. Here's the 0-1. Runner is on the move. Pitches a ball. McCann from his knees. On a bounce to second. Stolen. Garcia swipes it. It was knocked down by Henderson and then rolled a few feet behind second. But the man who had the best stolen base percentage in baseball this year gives Kansas City a man in scoring position. The first time they've had a runner at second base this whole game.
And there's very little on that throw. As you mentioned, it was from his knees. James McCann. Good enough jump. No chance to get Garcia.
It's 1-1 here against Massey. Burns brings it, and it's in the dirt. With a changeup, 2 balls and a strike. Now the Royals feel like this is an opening for them. Massey, good at making contact, tough to strike out. At the very least, the Royals would like him to get the runner over to third. No score, 2-1. Burns to Massey. And that is chopped on the ground, right side on a backhand. Westbrook slides, gets to his feet, fires to first, and retires Massey, but he does do what, at the very least, Matt Quatrero would want him to do, their manager. Gets Garcia to third and sets up a Royals scoring chance with baseball's best hitter by batting average, Bobby Witt Jr., stepping in.
And the numbers with runners scoring position for Bobby Witt are even better. 388 scoring position average this year.
Right on right with Burns. He pitches, and there's a ground ball hit through the hole on the left side. That will get in the first run of the game as Garcia, the stolen base and the ground out, set up the chance for Witt, who comes through with a man at third, and it's 1-0 KC in the 6th. It was not hit hard. It was off the end of the bat, but in the right spot. And it had a little too much of the plate as well, with that ball splitting Urias and Henderson.
Yeah, not a bad cutter, but against Bobby Witt, you need to be more than not bad. The most hits in baseball this year. Kansas City so good as a team with runners in scoring position.
Throw to first base, and Witt is back.
282 average this year, runners in scoring position. That's second in the majors, only behind Arizona. That's a Royal inning. Get a fast guy on, get him to steal, don't strike out, ground ball single gets him in.
Burns delivers, and it's outside to Pasquantino. 1 ball and no strikes. And another reason that batting average with men in scoring position is 282 is the guy who's standing at the plate right now. Bobby Witt Jr. is number 1 in the American League hitting with runners in scoring position, and Pasquantino number 2 batting at 360. Now, it's not the same Vinny Pasquantino as the Royals had for most of this year. Pasquantino had 97 driven in at the time that he suffered the thumb fracture on August 29th. From the belt, Burns delivers, and the 1-0 is in for a strike. Over the outside corner, 1-1. Pasquantino wouldn't go into some of the swing adjustments that he had to make on account of the broken thumb. Now, he gets back a couple weeks ahead of time, but he says it's something he'll talk about in the offseason. 1-1. Runner is on the move. Pitch outside. McCann throws down to second. Catch. Tag. Got him. They throw out Witt trying to steal. And this inning is over. Now James McCann able to get up and throw down to second base. Witt still handing Sales standing down at second base. And there is going to be a challenge.
Kansas City is challenging the out call at second base.
All right, Bill Miller, I think we heard you loud and clear. And so Witt, who has been caught more than anybody on this Royals team as far as stolen bases go, the call on the field from Nick Lentz was that Witt was out, but he stayed with a knee on second base as the Royals replay room went to work. And as we take a look at the replay here, it appears that maybe Henderson's glove hit the ground first as opposed to getting Witt, as he slid in with the royal blue oven mitt. Now on a different angle from the outfield camera, maybe he did get him on the arm.
It's, I think, a worthwhile time to make the challenge. You're in the sixth inning. You have only a couple of innings before you're in crew chief review world. The oven mitt may have done it. Now, usually when we're saying we think, maybe, the call stands, but MLB is going to have to sync up a few different angles now to get a definitive look at this to have enough to overturn. You're right, he did hit the dirt at first, Gunner, on the direct swipe down. And he doesn't sustain the tag either. He tags Witt on the elbow.
Stands. The runner is out. Kansas City has one challenge remaining.
So they take one of their two challenges and they lose on the first one as Witt called out at second base. They throw out the runner in Bobby Witt Jr., but the Royals, courtesy of Witt, get on the board with an RBI single. We are head to the middle of the sixth. KC 1, Orioles nothing on the Orioles Radio Network.
Nice pitch. Been practicing your wind-up?
You mean my wind-up?
No, your wind-up. It's time for Maryland to start building offshore wind turbines to provide a new wave of clean power. The Maryland Energy Administration is offering new grants to train tomorrow's clean energy workforce.
Sounds like we should all be thinking about our wind-ups.
If you want new skills that can land you a nice job, you absolutely should. Visit energy.maryland.gov to learn more. That's energy.maryland.gov.
2024 Navy football season tickets and single game tickets are on sale now. Don't miss the Navy midshipmen in action this fall. Purchase your tickets today at NavySports.com. NavySports.com. The jet flyovers, parachute teams, and brigade march-ons display the pageantry of Navy football. Don't miss all the exciting action in historic Annapolis. Get your tickets today at NavySports.com.
What do you want in a dentist? You want someone who's an expert, who knows what they're doing, has years of experience, has the best equipment possible, and who actually cares about you. And that's exactly what you get with Dr. Dimitri Nova, the implant specialist in Owings Mills, and my dentist. I can speak firsthand on how great he is as a person and a dentist. He'll make sure you're comfortable in the chair, minimize any pain, and will only fix what needs to be fixed. Call him today and get a free implant consultation and 3D imaging. 443-870-5814 or drnovadental.com.
I'm Valerie Preactor. Tomorrow morning, I'll recap today's game with C4 and Brian Neiman on WBAL News Radio.
The out-of-town scoreboard presented by Navy Football. Enjoy the pageantry of Navy Football at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium this fall with the Mids remaining American Athletic Conference schedule. Purchase your tickets at NavySports.com. On the scoreboard, the Tigers in game one of their wild card series in Houston lead the Astros by a 3-1 score, but Houston is threatening with a tying run at second base and 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Meantime, the Mets and the Brewers are just getting underway. Braves and Padres at 8:38 tonight. 1-0 Royals, bottom 6, and Jordan Westbrook takes in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Bobby Witt Jr. caught stealing to end the top of the inning. but he drove in Michael Garcia, who walked, stole second, got to third on a ground out, and scored on a Witts base hit. The 1-0. There's a high fly in the left. Going towards the corner, Melendez. Will he run out of room? No, he's got enough as he catches it while crossing over the foul line and onto the warning track. One away here in the bottom of the sixth. That'll send up Anthony Santander. 44 home runs on the year for Santander. 7th most in a single season in Orioles history. As he got to the very end of the year, though, for Santander, it was feast or famine. As here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Extreme feast when he would homer or when he would get a hit. It was often for extra bases, and it often made a difference in the game. Outside of that, a number of strikeouts and then a number of pop-outs and high flyouts. 0 for 2 today, the 1-0 offering, and Ragans delivers a strike at the top of the zone to Santander, 1-1. Jordan Westberg was saying it earlier on about Santander, just how much he's learned about approach from Tony. The 1-1 scoop behind second base, a few feet in the center. Massey goes back and makes a head-high catch. 2 fast outs here in the last of the 6th.
Most fans visit the official Orioles team store at Oriole Park at Camden Yards today. Get the Orioles official 2024 postseason gear. For more information, including store hours, visit Orioles.com/team store.
KB, thanks. Here's Ryan Mountcastle with 2 outs in the last of the 6th with the Royals ahead 1-0. Mountcastle waves and misses for a first pitch curveball, 0-1. Mountcastle has struggled against the Ragans breaking ball, as have a lot of Orioles hitters. The 0-1. Fastball over the inside corner for strike 2. And it just feels like he's executing his game plan against Orioles right-handed hitters perfectly. Riding the fastball in at the top of the zone, mixing in the cutter, and then using that changeup. The 0-2. Low. There's the change, and it's in the dirt.
And we saw so many first pitch swings early, too. 3 Orioles put the first pitch in play in the second, 3 did in the third. I think Ragans has taken advantage of an Orioles team that's become a little bit overly aggressive today.
The 1-2 fouled straight back. That's what he's prone to doing. I mean, you mentioned that Corbin Burns was named the American League Pitcher of the Month for September. Ragans, he gave up just 3 earned runs, though, in 25 innings in 4 September starts. It's 1-2. Here it comes. Fouled back by Mountcastle. Late on 96 mile an hour up. J.J. Picoult, general manager for the Royals, was saying that they knew there was a lot there with Ragans, but he has surpassed expectations. 1-2. Off the fist, foul. The first base stands. Count remains in place. I mean, they knew they were getting somebody good. Did they know they were getting an ace? Did they know they were getting an all-star the next year from Texas? They did not. The 1-2. Breaking ball, tap foul through the third base coach's box and over to the sidewall.
They also got a pitcher with 2 Tommy John surgeries earlier in his career in quick succession. And with the innings today, is working on 192 innings this year.
1-2. That's a cue shot off the bat, spinning foul, and it goes foul. Just the right of the first base bag as it was hugging the chalk until about 88, 89 feet up the line.
Cole Ragans was reasonably a popular breakout pick this year, but people didn't know if he'd be able to make it the whole year. First year as a full-time big league starter. Well, he answered the bell every time. Here he is at start number 33 and carrying his velocity into the playoffs.
Longest at bat of the game by an Orioles hitter. They trail 1-0. Pitch number 80 and the 1-2 cut through for strike 3. So Cole Ragans, he battled, but on the pitch, it was number 9 to Mountcastle. He put him down with a changeup. So the latest strikeout for Ragans. He worked around some traffic in the 5th. This inning is 1-2-3. And as we head to the 7th, it's KC1 and the Orioles nothing on the Orioles Radio Network.
Hiya, bird watchers. This team, what might? The energy at the yard is incredible, and you fans, what a wonderful sight. A reminder as you're driving about, be safe. Yes, be safe. Obeying speed limits posted all along your route. More at transportation.baltimorecity.gov. Is your home's air conditioner having a losing season? Do something different. A water furnace geothermal system uses the free heat energy in your own backyard to comfortably and efficiently heat and cool your home. And hot water. Ground Loop Heating and Air is your local water furnace expert. They can show you how to receive 80, 90, even 100% of your installation cost back in incentives with a 30% federal tax credit and renewable energy credits now for geothermal. Call or click Ground Loop Heating and Air today at groundloop.com. That's groundloop.com, and let the ground you walk on heat and cool your home.
Hi, this is C4. Thursday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential candidates debate. C4 and Brian Neiman tomorrow, 5:30 to 10 a.m. on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Tonight at 9 p.m., the Vice Presidential Candidates Debate. Hear ABC News live coverage here. WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
There's only 3 names to remember. Rice, Martha, Pasauris, your official injury lawyers. Find us online at 410ricelaw.com. That's 410ricelaw.com.
Rice, Martha, Pasauris.
I'm meteorologist Ava Marie. Hear my forecast with C4 and Brian Neiman weekday mornings on WBAL News Radio.
The 7th inning, it is brought to you by the Maryland Mortgage Program, 7 steps to home ownership. Start your journey at mmp.maryland.gov. Live from the Miller Stern Lawyers 410 Law Firm broadcast booth. Jeff Arnold, Kevin Brown, and Ribeye Ray Slevin with you. And Corbin Burns, who so far has allowed just 1 run in this game, came in the last inning on a Witt single, is in line for the loss because the Orioles offense has managed just 4 hits and has gone 1 for 6 with men in scoring position against Cole Ragans. Pasquantino will come back to start off the 7th as the pitch to him is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Burns has been electric, but Ragans has been even better, looking like the Cole Ragans who the Orioles saw in early April. A 1-0 offering in the dirt for Burns. 2 balls and no strikes. Burns in the month of September completed 7 innings twice, both against the Tigers. In each outing, he did not allow a run, and in both instances, he got the win. Now the 2-0. Pasquantino golfs it into shallow right field. Jogging on, Santander a few steps to his right, makes the catch in shallow right. And it's the first out of the top of the 7th. A 1 out in the inning. And the Orioles, not sure if they'll be seeing Cole Ragans when we get to the bottom half of the 7th inning because the bullpen is beginning to get active for Kansas City. Sam Long, the lefty, is throwing for the Royals. Here's a pitch, and that's popped up foul by Perez towards the press box and off the press box. Heads up, KB, 0-1.
Well, heads up to our friends in the Royals booth, and notably Hall of Famer Denny Matthews, who doesn't travel much now, but Denny is here for the series. We must protect Denny at all costs.
The 0-1, down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Royals have traveled, I think, 4 different broadcasters, so that should make a human shield pretty easy. 1-1 against Perez, 1-0 Kansas City. The pitch home, and a breaking ball yanked on the ground to third, past the dive of Arias and in the left. Salvador Perez, who is the MVP of the World Series in 2015, has got himself a base hit, and now it's going to send up a guy who's got more postseason experience than anybody on the field in Yuli Gurriel.
It is an amazing career for Salvador Perez. That's the last Royals postseason team. This is the first postseason game for Kansas City since Game 5 of the World Series. They won it in 15, and he is the lone holdover.
Here's a pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt, 1-0, and then we know what happened the year before, 2014 in the American League Championship Series. Orioles beat the Tigers. There was the Delman Young game. and then went to Kansas City, and the Royals got every break imaginable. 1-0 coming to Gurriel. Here it is. And he hits it on the ground at third base. Could be two. Fielded by Arias. Flings the second one. Westberg on to first. You can count it for two. A 5-4-3 double play ball. Burns is through 7 innings. He's given up only 1 run. But the Orioles now need the offense to get to work. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by CFG Bank. Transforming the banking experience. Visit www.cfg.bank/Orioles. Member FDIC. We stand up and stretch it out as we reach the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Royals 1 and the Orioles nothing on the Orioles Radio Network.
Following is a paid political announcement.
Angela also Brooks claims I would never take a tax credit that I wasn't entitled to. But news reports say that's exactly what she did on 2 homes.
The campaign of Angela Also Brooks acknowledges she improperly claimed tax breaks she wasn't qualified to get.
The CNN review found Also Brooks improperly took advantage of tax breaks she did not qualify for, including one meant for low-income senior citizens.
Angela Also Brooks claimed a property in Maryland as a primary residence while noting on a different form that it was a source of rental income.
She used multiple methods, which she was not qualified for, to save thousands of dollars.
The tax breaks saved her at least $16,000 since 2005.
So when Also Brooks says
I would never take a tax credit that I wasn't entitled to,
ask yourself, how can we trust her on anything? Maryland Future paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.marylandfuture.org.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy. Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Brian Neiman. Join me weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 with C4 on WBAL Radio.
Be a part of history by helping select the 2024 All-MLB team presented by MGM Rewards. Vote today for the players you believe had the best performance this season. Terms and conditions apply. See MLB.com/All-MLB for details.
Now we start the bottom of the 7th inning. That's Kevin Brown. I'm Jeff Arnold, along with Ribeye Reese Levin. And a move which it feels a little surprising for Kansas City. They are going to take out Cole Ragans, who it felt like was getting better as the outing was going along. But Ragans is done. 6 scoreless, 8 strikeouts, 4 hits, 80 pitches, 60 strikes, and was absolutely dominant, especially when his back was against the wall in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Gave up a double, then a Mullins single, putting runners at first and third, and then he proceeded to strike out McCann and Henderson. And the Royals will turn things over to left-hander Sam Long. Long, 43 games in the regular season, 316 earned run average on the year. This has been by far the best year of Long's major league career. Career high in games, best ERA he's ever had. He went 3-3 with a 3.16. Here's the pitch to Rutschman, and it's taken low. Ball 1. I'm a little bit surprised, KB. How about you?
A little bit surprised. It's the conservative move. Maybe the last at-bat by Mountcastle took a little bit more out of him.
1-0 offering, a strike on a fastball, 1-1.
We know about the third time through the order penalty in baseball, but only 80 pitches. Actually, we're getting an update now.
1-1 offering outside for ball 2.
So it's a left calf cramp for Cole Ragans, just been announced over the in-house PA system. So I guess we're less surprised now.
Yeah, much less. 2-1. High. 3 balls and a strike.
I know this isn't everything, and the managers have a lot more information, but one of the reasons I was surprised, do you think the Orioles are happy to see Cole Ragans out of the game? I sure think they are.
I mean, it probably feels like you're the Los Angeles Dodgers and Blake Snell exiting the game a couple of years ago. 3-1 here against Rutschman. Remember, you're only down 1-0 as you begin the bottom of the 7th. 3-1. Fly ball into center field. It's shallow. Coming on is Isbell, and he will make the catch with Pham angling in from right as well. one away. And now you get Colton Cowser up to the plate. I mean, this is somebody in Sam Long who is appearing on his first postseason roster, his first postseason game, entrusted with a 1-0 lead. The Royals bullpen this year was 10th in the American League, 21st in the major leagues out of 30 teams. Pitch outside to Cowser. 1 ball and no strikes, whereas their starting staff, one of the top 10 best in all of baseball. There's a little bit of a drop-off as the 1-0 homeward. And Cowser off the fist, lifts it high in the air but not deep again. On comes Isbell, staggering to his right, makes the catch. And so 2 fly out from Long to begin his postseason career. 1-0 Royals for Urias.
Now, they certainly were a lot better down the stretch, Kansas City. Their last 22, 1.90 ERA. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. It will be surprising if this group is that good in the postseason. They had a lot of injuries during the year. They've remade the back of the bullpen a little bit.
Pitch to Urias, breaking ball down, 1-0.
And they, like the Orioles, have a ton of lefties. They've got 4 in the bullpen. The Orioles with Cade Povich have 5. And Long, not necessarily the highest leverage of those lefties, but here he is.
A 1-0 is taken outside. 2-0. And the Royals also, from a roster construction standpoint, did things a bit unconventionally. They have 15 position players and 11 pitchers. Here's a 2-0. Hit on the ground, soft, it'll hold it short. On a backhand Witt, plants, fires on to first, gets Urias. As the strong arm of Bobby Witt sets Urias down, and that will do it. So Long comes on, a scoreless bottom of the 7th inning. Royals with a 1-0 lead over the O's. We head to the 8th, game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Orioles and Royals on the Orioles Radio Network.
Berenberg Eye Associates is now offering dropless cataract surgery. With this procedure, you can forget about the need for eye drops in the days and weeks following your surgery. Drops can sting, be expensive, and may not be fully covered by your insurance. We have 5 convenient locations serving the greater Baltimore area for 100 years. To schedule a cataract evaluation, call 443-530-3500. That's 443-530-3500, or visit our website at berenbergeye.com. Berenberg Eye Associates. Vision for life.
Nice pitch. Been practicing your wind up?
You mean my wind up?
No, your wind up. It's time for Maryland to start building offshore wind turbines to provide a new wave of clean power. The Maryland Energy Administration is offering new grants to train tomorrow's clean energy workforce.
Sounds like we should all be thinking about our wind ups.
If you want new skills that can land you a nice job, you absolutely should. Visit energy.maryland.gov to learn more. That's energy.maryland.gov.
Trust your vehicle to the oil change leaders at Jiffy Lube. In 15 minutes or less, our trained technicians go beyond just an oil change and perform over a dozen courtesy services without an appointment. Jiffy Lube. Get more in a jiffy.
Hey, it's Brian Neiman. Wednesday morning, we'll have a complete reaction to the O's wild card game against the Royals, plus analysis of tonight's vice presidential debate. C4 and Brian Neiman tomorrow morning, 5:30 to 10 on WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
The home of the Orioles, WBAL News Radio.
Corbin Burns comes back on for the 8th inning as Burns has completed 7 for the 3rd time in his last 4 outings. The American League Pitcher of the Month in September has been terrific. Cole Ragans, before dealing with an injury, was even better, 6 scoreless. Sam Long, a clean 7th. So it'll be Melendez, Pham, and Isbell, 6 through 8 in the Royals order. The Orioles do have Keegan Aiken throwing. And stepping back in with a play-by-play, here's KB.
Jeff, thank you. Corbin Burns, Orioles, season high 7 1/3 innings. He's an out away from that. Left-hander Melendez steps into a first pitch breaking ball that's low. The 8th inning is brought to you by Baltimore County Police, a passion for service, a career for life, equal opportunity employer. Burns about to throw just his 80th pitch, one of his best starts as an Oriole. And Melendez hacks the 1-0 into shallow left. Cowser with a 2-hand wave holds a black glove at his face level and makes the catch. MJ Melendez has been disposed of quickly in the game. He's seen 8 pitches. He's 0 for 3. And you just cannot ask for much more than this from Burns. 7 1/3, 4 hits, all singles. He has not walked a batter. The strikeout number is only 3, but the contact's been so soft. Gurriel, I beg your pardon, Pham takes a strike, 0-1.
What do we say it might come down to is you get a base runner on. Unfortunately for Corbin Burns, it was the wrong base runner in Garcia, and then Witt got it done.
Pitch to Pham, hacked on the ground to the left side. Arias picks a low skipping grounder, throws sidearm across the way, and Corbin Burns has completed 23 outs for the first time as an Oriole, as Pham is 0 for 3. Just that one little Kansas City inning. A walk, a steal, a ground ball single. That has been the only offense of the game. And with Aiken up for the Orioles, left-hander Chris Bubic throws for Kansas City. Burns trying to get through 8 for the first time since last September. First pitch, line right to first by Isbell, and he'll do it. Rare loud contact, but right into the mid of Mountcastle, and Corbin Burns walks off the mound to a standing ovation for the 41,506 at Camden Yards. He did his job and then some. 8 innings of 1-run ball. Now it's up to the Oriole offense to do theirs. Kansas City 1, Baltimore 0. We go to the bottom of the 8th in Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series on the Orioles Radio Network.
There's only 3 names to remember. Rice, Martha, Pasouris, your official injury lawyers. Find us online at 410ricelaw.com. That's 410ricelaw.com.
Rice, Martha, Pasouris.
It's time for you to smile again. If you're in need of dental assistance, there's no one I could recommend more than Dr. Dimitri Nova in Owings Mills. He's the best, and I know this firsthand because he did my implant, and I couldn't be happier about it. Dr. Nova made sure I was always comfortable through the entire process. He explained every step of the way. The technology that he uses is mind-blowing. It creates a map of your mouth that has more detail than you thought could be possible. Call him today and get a free implant consultation and 3D imaging. 443-870-5814 or drnovadental.com.
Wednesday morning on Justin Scott and Spiegel, we got a fresh batch of Josh Spiegel Sleep Talk audio. No doubt we're going to cry laughing once we hear it. And at 8:30, we got a pair of passes to Das Best Oktoberfest coming to the fairgrounds this weekend. Those are up for grabs at 8:30 on 98 Rock.
Hi, I'm Adley Rutschman.
And I'm Cal Ripken.
We've stepped up to the plate, along with Maryland Department of Transportation, to help keep roadside workers safe.
Every day, they face risks to keep our roads running smoothly.
And they're relying on us to make sure that they make it home.
Help us protect those who get Maryland where it needs to go.
Slow down.
Move over.
Be the driver who saves lives.
I'm TJ Smith. Join me weekdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Midday Show on WBAL News Radio.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Baltimore Orioles and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles.
That's Jeff Arnold. I'm Kevin Brown. We're in the bottom of the 8th at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It is Kansas City 1, Baltimore 0. The new pitcher is left-hander Chris Bubic. Sam Long, 1 clean inning. He only threw 4 strikes out of 10 pitches, but 3 of the 4 were put in play for outs. And now Bubic, a 2.67 ERA in 27 games in the regular year, 30 1/3, 26 hits, walked 5, and 3 of those 5 were intentional, struck out 39. The left-hander against Cedric Mullins, who shows bunt and takes a slider in the dirt, ball 1. The do-ups are Mullins, McCann, and Henderson against a lefty in Bubic, who, like Ragans, is a reverse splits pitcher. Lefties hit him considerably better. Back foot on the rubber, third base side. The 1-0 and a wait and a miss and a high slider. On Sunday, Bubic closed the regular season for the Royals with his first career save. Returned from Tommy John surgery in early July. He's a funky, deceptive lefty. His 1-1. Mullins flips it foul, a low slider at 83. It's a difficult arm angle to pick up. Bubic holds the ball behind his head for quite some time. 6'3", 225, late first rounder out of Stanford in 2018. And he does not get hit hard. He does not walk many. And his strikeout numbers are great, despite only throwing in the low to mid-90s typically. Glove of the belt, a deep sign, the 1-2. Mullins fouls it back again. Cedric has doubled and singled today. He has half the Oriole hits after an 0-for-12 division series a year ago. 1-0 Kansas City. First batter, bottom of the 8th. Fifth pitch on 1-2, and Mullins hits it hard to center, but Isbell is there, drifting back to make the catch over the shoulder. Cedric Mullins has had the Orioles' best at-bats today. Hit that one on the screws, but Isbell was well positioned for the first out. And the Orioles are going to pinch hit Emmanuel Rivera for James McCann with 1 out. Now the bench consists of 3 lefties, and as we mentioned, Bubic is a reverse splits pitcher. That means lefties hit him better. O'Hearn, Kerstad, and Holiday. The righties are Rivera and Slater, and the Orioles will turn to Rivera. Salvador Perez to the mound, and then Brian Sweeney, the pitching coach, comes sprinting behind him. And maybe, just maybe, the Orioles can catch a little more Emmanuel Rivera magic. Before that, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Orioles radio network.
WBAL, WIYY HD2 Baltimore. This is WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
1-0 Kansas City in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out, nobody on. Emmanuel Rivera batting against Chris Bubic, right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Bubic kicks and deals, and Rivera takes a strike at the knees at 93. Kevin Brown, Jeff Arnold, producer engineer Reese Levin. A 6th inning Kansas City run. Michael Garcia scored from third, and a Bobby Witt 2-out single. That's the only tally in the game. 0-1 pitch. That's inside. Rivera was an unexpected source of offensive delight in 27 games. Hit .313, slugged .578. 8 of his 20 hits for extra bases. So many big moments in the month of September for a waiver claim from Miami. 1-1. And that ball's yanked foul, far side of the Royals' third base dugout.
And let's hope he saved a little bit after the Emmanuel Rivera game on Saturday in Minnesota, where he had career highs in every category and was the only Orioles player this year with 11 total bases in a game.
2 homers, a double, also walked. Bubic ready for 1-2, slings it home in a very late swing. Rivera fouls away a high fastball. Just pulled the chute at the last moment. It's a Kansas City bullpen that was one of the worst in baseball during the year, but second best ERA since September 4th. 190 in the last 22. Long a big part of that. Had the 7th. Bubic a big part of that here in the 8th. Now the 1-2. A ground ball chopped to short. A charging Whitfield's a high hop, and sidearms to throw in plenty of time. 2 up and 2 down. And Royal pitchers have retired the last 10 Orioles in succession. There is action in the Kansas City bullpen. Bubic has to face one more hitter. And it's their closer, Lucas Erceg. Bubic will get Henderson, 0-for-3 today. 1-0 Royals in the 8th. 2 out, nobody on. Henderson, the tying run. And the pitch to him is taken off the corner. Ball 1 at 94. Gunnar Henderson had a terrific postseason last year, but the Orioles were swept. Can he propel them? The most valuable Oriole for a second straight season. On a 1-0, Henderson swings and clips a breaking ball down at the plate, 1-1. It appeared to catch a piece of the plate umpire Ryan Addington on the way back. On deck hitters Jordan Westberg. Henderson in the bright orange cleats, white top, white pants, orange gloves, and 2-tone bats. A 37 home run season, playing in every game but 3. Deep side, a 1-1 from Bubic, and Henderson is late on a fastball, slugging it foul to the upper deck left field side.
It seems like that Bubic's fastball gets on you a little bit more because the swings that we've seen from Henderson and Rivera were a little bit late.
Usually 94 down the middle. You don't see Gunnar be that off. 1-2. That is a little bit off the corner. A few baseballs away. 2-2. Only 2 homers allowed by Bubic in 30 1/3 in the regular season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Holds at the belt. Lifts the arm behind the head and deals. And Gunnar hangs in there on a slider down and away. What a great take. 3-2 to Henderson. And 41,506 will get to their feet and let out a mighty roar, hoping for something more. The 3-2 pitch is in the dirt. Ball 4. Hammer throw of the bat. The elbow guard tossed aside. Henderson gets the sliding mid out of the back pocket. And the Orioles finally have their first walk. Brought to you by the Good Feet Store. Get out of pain and back to doing what you love at the Good Feet Store. Go to goodfeet.com to find a store near you and book your appointment today.
It was all about the take on the 2-2 pitch. I mean, if you're not seeing the ball well, you are swinging and this inning's over.
And now Westberg will bat against Bubic. First pitch. Jordan takes high. Perez tried to frame it to no avail. Henderson, the tying run at first, has stolen 21 out of 25 this year. Bubic, a left-hander, holds runners on pretty well. A look at first, a quick delivery. It's in the dirt, and it's 2-0 as Perez gets a chest protector to it. Lucas Erceg, the right-hander, has done all he can do in the bullpen. He's a spectator like the rest of us on 2-0 for Westberg. 5 in a row out of the zone for Bubic. Jordan Westberg, who's been back on the roster for about 9 days, swings and misses a low changeup. That might have been ball 3, but it was tantalizing for Westy. And the count rolls over to 2-1. Jordan's over 3, flying out to the wall in left in the third. A ball that would have been a home run everywhere but here in Pittsburgh. The 2-1 pitch. And a line drive toward the middle. It's through for a base hit. Henderson holds at second as a shallow playing Isbell gets to it. But this time, Westberg was on the changeup. This time he smothered it. And the Orioles have a 2-out rally in the 8th inning. 2 on and 2 out. And that will spell the end of the afternoon. And the early evening it is now for Chris Bubic. Here comes Matt Quatrero for a 2-out pitching substitution. Pitching change brought to you by Point Breeze Credit Union. It'll be the Kansas City closer, Lucas Erceg, and the Baltimore home run hitter, Anthony Santander, as the light show plays here at Camden Yards. 1-0 Royals, 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 8th. We will be back on the Orioles Radio Network.
Planning a move? Call Von Paris Moving and Storage, the official mover of the Orioles. Whether it's a move across the street or around the world, or an office or a commercial move, you can trust the Von Paris team to get things done safely, on time, and on budget. Von Paris has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and was the recipient of the BBB's Pillars of Trust Award for Marketplace Trust 92. Always going the extra mile for you. Contact Von Paris at vonparis.com.
Drive, integrity, community, virtues that our hometown baseball team and Baltimore lawyers Dan Miller and Kevin Stern have in common. This is Brett Hollander. I've known Dan and Kevin a long time. They live here, unlike others who pretend. Whether it's an aggressive opponent or a life-altering injury, they protect their own. They're like a great catcher behind the plate. Nothing gets past them. Dan and Kevin are dedicated to making a difference in the lives of their clients. Call them for a free consultation at 410 Law Firm. That's 410 Law Firm.
Who are we?
We're the electricians who lit up Camden Yards.
We wired M&T Bank Stadium.
We powered the National Aquarium.
We're IBEW Local 24.
The IBEW.
That's the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
We represent electrical workers from Frederick to Baltimore.
All the way to Ocean City.
We power the Fort McHenry Tunnel.
The Harbor Tunnel.
And the Bay Bridge.
We're IBEW Local 24.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, together, we power Maryland.
More at IBEWLocal24.org.
Lucas Erceg on to face Anthony Santander. Orioles down 1-0. Henderson at second. Westberg at first. 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. Here we go. First pitch. That's inside at 99. The first postseason pitch thrown by Lucas Erceg, who began this season as an Oakland Athletic and will end it as a Kansas City Royal. The trade deadline acquisition has been a dominant closer. Hard thrower with a 1-0. And Santander, it's a slow grounder to the left side. Witt circles, his play is at first, and it's made in plenty of time. A 1-0 changeup ends the inning, and the Orioles have left 6 on base. They strand 2 in the 8th, and they will have to win it in the last at-bat. To the 9th we go. Corbin Burns will return to the mound with the Orioles trailing Kansas City 1-0 in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. This is the Orioles Radio Network.
Hey there, furniture fans. Are you tired of sitting in the dugout with that old beat-up chair? It's time to step up to the plate and score big with PBI Office Furniture in Frederick, Maryland. PBI is open on Saturdays. Swing by their showroom on Monroe Avenue in Frederick and experience the grand slam of furniture shopping. Don't miss out on the Saturday special. Mention this and receive an additional 15% off a purchase of $100 or more. Visit PBI.com today. That's PBI.com. Remember, business grows with PBI.
The Murray Group at UBS Financial Services, Inc. is a proud broadcast sponsor. Whether you are a business owner starting out or looking to exit, a corporate executive, an entrepreneur, or just starting to consider retirement and want to see if we are an appropriate team to help you achieve your financial goals, please give us a call at 410-771-3272. That's 410-771-3272. Or visit our website at advisors.ubs.com/Murray Group. For our client relationship summary disclosures, please visit ubs.com/relationship summary. Member FINRA SIPC.
As a proud partner of the Orioles, PNC Bank is a big fan of the game. But it would like to remind everyone there's nothing wrong with keeping things boring once in a while, like when it comes to managing your money. Steady consistency is a winning approach, so go ahead and cheer for that base-clearing home run, but don't forget to save a little applause for those sensible walks and interest-bearing savings accounts. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
WBAL News Radio 1090, FM 101.5, and the WBAL app.
The 9th inning call to action is inspired by Catholic Charities' movement to love your neighbor. Together we can have a positive impact and make our community stronger. Get involved with Catholic Charities and love your neighbor at cc-md.org/love. Well, here's something we haven't seen. Corbin Burns pitching in the 9th. And here's something we don't like to see. Kansas City leading the game despite Corbin Burns pitching in the 9th. It's 1-0 Royals. Adley Rutschman enters the game to catch after Emmanuel Rivera pinch hit for James McCann. And Burns will face Michael Garcia. And a breaking ball grounded through the left side, a base hit. We'll see if Corbin Burns is still pitching in the 9th. Garcia to first, a wide turn. He'll hold. The man who scored the only run of the game leads off the 9th inning with a single. Sir Anthony Dominguez is up in the Oriole bullpen now. And here comes Brandon Hyde to make a move. Keegan Aiken, the lefty, still up. Hopefully this is not the last time we'll see Corbin Burns walk off a mound in an Orioles uniform. Whether it is or not, he exits Game 1 with an absolutely sterling performance. And this crowd will let him know it. The Orioles needed an ace. They traded for Corbin Burns. They got an ace. He gives up 1 run for the moment in 8+, and he will leave in this 1-0 game for left-hander Keegan Aiken. This pitching change brought to you by Point Breeze Credit Union. It's Aiken to face Massey, Witt, and Pasquantino. 1-0 Kansas City in the 9th. We'll be back on the Orioles Radio Network.
Hey there, furniture fans. Are you tired of sitting in the dugout with that old beat-up chair? It's time to step up to the plate and score big with PBI Office Furniture in Frederick, Maryland. PBI is open on Saturdays. Swing by their showroom on Monroe Avenue in Frederick and experience the grand slam of furniture shopping. Don't miss out on the Saturday special. Mention this and receive an additional 15% off a purchase of $100 or more. Visit PBI.com today. That's PBI.com. Remember, business grows with PBI.
Hi, I'm Adley Rutschman.
And I'm Cal Ripken.
We've stepped up to the plate, along with Maryland Department of Transportation, to help keep roadside workers safe.
Every day, they face risks to keep our roads running smoothly.
And they're relying on us to make sure that they make it home.
Help us protect those who get Maryland where it needs to go.
Slow down.
Move over.
Be the driver who saves lives.
The Murray Group at UBS Financial Services, Inc. is a proud broadcast sponsor. Whether you are a business owner starting out or looking to exit, a corporate executive, an entrepreneur, or just starting to consider retirement and want to see if we are an appropriate team to help you achieve your financial goals, please give us a call at 410-771-3272. That's 410-771-3272. Or visit our website at advisors.ubs.com/Murray Group. For our client relationship summary disclosures, please visit ubs.com/relationship summary. Member FINRA SIPC.
Well, pick a lefty, any lefty. The Orioles have 5 of them in the bullpen, and they go to Keegan Aiken, who has had a sensational 2024. Michael Garcia is the runner at first. Aiken to the left-hander Michael Massey. First pitch popped up. Right side of the infield. Massey jams the bat down into the ground as Westberg drifts to his right. The second baseman makes a catch. Michael Massey 1 for 4. Imagine for a moment last July, knowing that Keegan Aiken will be throwing a 1-0 game in the postseason in the 9th the next year. It didn't look like the Orioles were in his future. Aiken had a monster spring, though. He was finally healthy this year. Pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. is a strike with a slider. Statistically speaking, he has been the Orioles' best reliever. 78 2/3, 55 hits, 19 walks, 97 strikeouts, and a .332 in the regular season. Very tough matchup here, though, as Witt sprays one foul, an inside fastball 0-2. And look, we saw Keegan Aiken in a lot of quote-unquote lower leverage spots, but some big spots late in the season. Got a save last week at Yankee Stadium. He's earned the trust of Brandon Hahn. The former second rounder with an 0-2, and Witt sprays this one foul, a fastball right down the middle.
And coming out of the month of September, the 2 best pitchers that you had were 2 of that group of lefties, Keegan Aiken being one. He had the best ERA in September, and the second best one was Gregory Soto.
0-2 for Witt, who has the only RBI of the game, and a fastball up and in. He shoots him back. Aiken has added a little ride to his fastball this year. It's still around 93, 94. The slider has been an improved pitch. He continues to be a strike-throwing, wheeling-dealing machine. First Oriole pitcher with 75-plus innings, 90 or more strikeouts, and a 5-to-1 or better strikeout to walk rate. 1-2, and Witt grounds it off of himself. Looked like the inside of his front foot as Bobby hobbles out of the box and behind the batter's circle. 1-0 Kansas City here in the 9th. 1 on, 1 out. Witt's ground ball single through the left side of the 6th. Scored Garcia. Michael is the runner at first right now, and he has shown no inclination to move, with Aiken very quick to the plate. 8+ for Corbin Burns today. 5 hits, 1 walk, struck out 3. He mystified the Royals, and he gives way to Aiken. 1-2 pitch. Witt slugs it to right. Santander a step back. Feet in front of the warning track. Calmly puts it away. And Bobby Witt Jr. is 1 for 4. So 2 down in the inning for Pasquantino. It's still Dominguez in the Oriole bullpen with Salvador Perez on deck. In the Oriole 9th, Ryan Mountcastle is due up to lead off the inning, but that may be Ryan O'Hearn, who had appeared on deck. Adley Rutschman and Colton Cowser, the middle 3, will bat against Lucas Ursay. Pitch is high. Aiken to Pasquantino, ball 1. Remember, in the best of 3 wild card format beginning for good in 2022, the game 1 winner has won the series all 8 times. Aiken with a little lob to first. The game 1 winner has swept the series 7 of the 8 times. The only exception 2 years ago when the Padres won, lost, and then won the 3 games at the New York Mets. Pasquantino 0 for 3. The pitch is a slider outside 2-0. Tomorrow it'll be Seth Lugo for Kansas City. And the Orioles have not budged on revealing their plans, though Zach Eflin's been the assumed starter. Brandon Hyde has not hinted at anything. 2-0 pitch, strike, delayed steal, throw to second. Garcia is in there. Garcia just tap danced off the bag, broke late, and Rutschman's throw took Henderson to the front corner of the base. Second steal today for Garcia, and the old delayed steal, you almost never see that anymore. The Orioles will call for a challenge because what do you have to lose?
Baltimore is challenging the safe call at second base.
And I don't think they're going to win it.
I don't think so, but you do have two of them, so you might as well use one. No, you could tell it was a delayed steal because typically when you do the delayed steal, you get two shuffles right after the pitch is thrown. And with Garcia's speed, he managed to sneak in there and I think catch Gunnar Henderson by surprise, who tried to wheel clockwise to tag Garcia out. And it looks like that blue batting glove is on the base before the tag from Henderson gets there.
It was an odd slide. He slides in with his left knee and then goes in with the right hand.
Now he tags him twice, but I still think his hand maintained contact with the base. That's the only way I think this gets overturned, is if they say that...
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Baltimore has one remaining challenge.
I tell you what, it's pretty ingenious by Garcia because if he puts the left hand down, it's an easier tag. He loops around sort of a swim move slide with the right hand. And that's the guy who knows how to steal a base or two. 37 out of 39 in the regular season, 2 for 2 today. The Royals have had 2 runners in scoring position. They've both been Garcia. So 2-1 to Pasquantino, and that pitch is buried. A slider. Rutschman will exchange it for new baseball, and it's 3-1. And once again, we regret to inform you the Royals are the second best team batting average-wise with runners in scoring position. And they've got their second shot. They're 1 for 1. 3-1 to Pasquantino. A swing and a high pop foul. Yanked into the seats right side, and we'll do it again on 3-2.
And it's pretty clear, starting with Burns and now with Aiken here, with that broken thumb, how you're going to try and pitch Pasquantino. You're going to try and jam him in. During the regular season, he was the third best hitter in baseball, hit it with men in scoring position.
OPS was .957 in these spots. 2 flyouts and a strikeout today. His return from a thumb injury. Garcia leading off second to 3-2 is low. A slider not close. And Aiken walks Pasquantino, the second walk of the game for Orioles pitching. That's 3 batters faced, and that's it. Brandon Hyde is going to go get Sir Anthony Dominguez to face Salvador Perez. Another pitching change brought to you by Point Breeze Credit Union. The former Philly Sir Anthony Dominguez will make his Oriole postseason debut. Try to hold the Royals lead to 1-0 with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the 9th. This is the Orioles Radio Network.
Oh, terrible call. What? It was right down the middle.
Don't listen to him. He thinks everything's a bad call.
Not true. I made a great call this morning, and I'm going to make another great call after the game. What? Yep. I went to Royal Farms today for my coffee and a breakfast sandwich. And after the game, I'm going to go back and score some world-famous chicken.
Of course he is.
Going to Rofo before or after the game is always a great call. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
New Jersey might be small, but there's a lot of wow packed into this little state. We got your down at the beach wows, your top of the mountain wows, your show-stopping wows, your cork-popping wows. New Jersey, it's one wow after another after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
How does Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield deliver on our promise? With partnerships. Care First is a proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles. Together, we help strengthen Southwest Baltimore through our support of the Food Project, which provides healthy food, job opportunities, and youth mentorship for our community. We know that in order to create healthier communities, we can't do it alone. Care First. It's not just our name, it's our promise. Learn more at carefirst.com/ourpromise.
1-0 Kansas City in the top of the 9th. 2 on, 2 out. The new Oriole pitcher, Sir Anthony Dominguez, the third pitcher of the 9th, started by Burns, who gave up a single to Garcia. Aiken got 2 outs, walked past Quintino after Garcia stealing. It's Dominguez and Salvador Perez. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Cute foul to the right side for strike 1. What Sir Anthony Dominguez will show up here? Will it be the Dominguez with great postseason success with the Phillies, or will it be the Dominguez who will have 12 base runners and recorded 13 outs in his last 6 games of the regular season? High leg kick, the 0-1, a swing, and a foul tip on a sinker at 98. Caught a piece of the inner thigh of Rutschman, and it's 0-2. Salvador Perez 1 for 3 against Corbin Burns. Hit it hard every time. With flame-throwing Lucas Erceg in the ninth, the Orioles cannot afford to budge here. They've got 4, 5, 6 coming up. Either Mountcastle or O'Hearn, then Rutschman, then Cowser. Sir Anthony Dominguez acquired days before the deadline from the Phillies for moments like this. Perez back in the box. Dominguez holds the glove under the black beard. The kick, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A frisbee slider down and very away. And Sir Anthony Dominguez shows up in a big way. The middle of the Orioles order coming up. 1 to tie, 2 to win. 1-0 Kansas City. We go to the bottom of the ninth. This is Game 1 of the Wild Card Series on the Orioles Radio Network.
It's the 8th annual 98 Rock .05K. Thursday, October 17th. Join Justin, Scott, and Spiegel as they host the race at Union Craft Brewing. It's only $15 to register, which gets you a commemorative shirt, race bib, and a 98 Rock Thirst Down beer. Head to 98online.com/race to sign up and help us kick off the Baltimore Running Festival. Proceeds from the entry fee benefits the Baltimore City Firefighters, Local 734, Widows, and Orphans Fund. A race from the door to the bar with 98 Rock.
New Jersey might be small, but there's a lot of wow packed into this little state. We got your down at the beach wows, your top of the mountain wows, your show-stopping wows, your cork-popping wows. New Jersey, it's one wow after another after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
How does Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield deliver on our promise? With partnerships. Care First is a proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles. Together, we help strengthen Southwest Baltimore through our support of the Food Project, which provides healthy food, job opportunities, and youth mentorship for our community. We know that in order to create healthier communities, we can't do it alone. Care First. It's not just our name, it's our promise. Learn more at carefirst.com/ourpromise.
Hi, this is Tori Snell. Be sure to catch my show weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 p.m. on WBAL Radio.
Ryan O'Hearn will pinch hit for Ryan Mountcastle to lead off the bottom of the ninth. The Orioles need a run. They trail Kansas City 1-0 here in Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series. Best of 3. Today's winner needs just 1 win tomorrow. Today's loser needs to win tomorrow to avoid going home. O'Hearn will lead off this inning. Batting from the left side against right-handed Lucas Erceg. Adley Rutschman and Colton Cowser are due up after him. Garrett Hampson enters the game in left field for Kansas City, replacing MJ Melendez, who made a defensive blunder that nearly cost the Royals in the 5th. O'Hearn, an expert pinch hitter. First pitch to him is not close. An overthrown slider up and away for ball 1. Give you the full numbers on Ryan on a moment, but notably here, 21 plate appearances as a pinch hitter. Reached base 10 times, hit .389. A 1-0 is socked to the screen at 99. O'Hearn with a .334 on base, slug .427, 15 homers, a career high, well above average hitter in the regular season. The left-hander, the former Kansas City Royal, trying to do in his old team, and he takes outside. An Erceg changeup for ball 2. O'Hearn got used to being a pinch hitter in Kansas City. He joked last year they should build a statue of him on the bench. That's where he spent most of his time. Off the bench in the Wild Card Series, he will take inside for ball 3. Lucas Erceg, as a Royal, only walked 3 out of 97 batters faced. Will he throw a strike here? Center of the rubber is 3-1, and a swing and a miss. He did not throw a strike, and O'Hearn chased it anyway. A changeup darting out of the zone, and Ryan will readjust himself and take time before a 3-2.
I mean, he gets a 37.5% whiff rate on that changeup. He gets the most swing and miss on the change of the slider.
3-2. He missed it inside. What a take by O'Hearn. 99 right to the edge of the plate, and Ryan will confidently jog down to first on a leadoff walk. The tying run is on with nobody out in the ninth.
I don't know. I think we were all on the edges of our seat when he took that pitch, because the strike zone from Ryan Addington today tended to be a little bit bigger, but it was off the inside corner.
And the batter is Adley Rutschman. First pitch is outside. I go back to something Ryan O'Hearn told me way back in April. So why are you better with 2 strikes? He said, on 3 and 2 pitches, I have to understand if I don't strike out, or if I strike out looking, I won't lose my job. Well, 3 and 2, he just took the biggest pitch of his life. Rutschman takes. That's down and away. And just to add some context, last year, Ryan O'Hearn swung at 88% of 3-2 pitches. Last year, he swings at that pitch. This year, he brings the winning run to the plate. It's 2-0 for Rutschman, and Erceg steps off the back of the mound, and Perez, sensing the moment, will go out to meet him.
I mean, it takes a tremendous amount of confidence. He went into the offseason knowing that that was one of his objectives, be better in 3-2 counts. You just have to be willing to trust the home plate umpires sometimes. He's not going to ring you up, and Ryan Addington made the right call at a critical time.
Now, there is a stretch where it seemed like every O'Hearn strikeout was a called third strike. He has trusted his gut. He has trusted his knowledge of his zone, and he won with his trust there. So Perez back behind the plate. 1-0 Kansas City in the ninth. 1 on, nobody out. And the 2-0 pitch is a strike down the middle. 100 miles per hour from Lucas Erceg. Adley with an 0 for 3 game, a strikeout and 2 fly ball outs. He's homered 19 times this year. He's grounded into 9 double plays. O'Hearn with a small lead at first. The 2-1. And a foul ball ripped back to the screen. High heat at 100 again. Some moment for Lucas Erceg, who has lived a life of turmoil to get here and emerged on the other side as one of the best big arm back end bullpen pieces in the majors. 2-2 for Rutsch. Target is away. The pitch fouled straight back. Lucas Erceg, a second rounder, drafted as an infielder. Only started pitching full-time in the Brewers system 3 years ago. Previous struggles with alcohol, with mental health. He's been sober for years. He's had to get through a lot to be here. And the pitcher and the person he is getting to shine on the national stage. His 2-2 is a cold strike 3. A changeup that looked to be low. This time, Ryan Addington does expand the zone, and a frustrated Rutschman turns back in disgust. It's actually not close on replay. It's clearly low. And Perez, who is a better framer, yanked it, but Ryan Addington was fooled. First pitch to Cowser now. And another changeup down and away. And no surprise what Colton's going to see in this sequence.
Well, you know what, Kevin? You said Ryan O'Hearn on that 3-2 count. That's a pitch that he swings at a year ago. That's a pitch that if Salvador Perez is framing 2 years ago is probably called a ball.
That's a great point. He's gotten better there. Cowser takes another changeup. It's right down the middle. It's 1-1. Heston Kjerstad grabs a bat. He's in the on-deck circle, a bat for Ramon. Cowser the winning run. A home run ends it. A double play ends it. Anything in between, we see Kjerstad. 1-0 Royals in the ninth. O'Hearn is the tying run at first. 1-1 pitch. And Cowser pops it up into shallow center field. Isbell is there. Right hand extended. He makes the catch. And the Orioles have 1 life remaining in this wild card opener. Colton Cowser got 3 consecutive changeups, a pitch he has struggled to hit all year. And Lucas Erceg read the scouting report. So Brian Sweeney's going to take a moment here to visit the mound with a pinch hitter coming up, Heston Kjerstad. The Orioles' 3rd pinch hitter of the game. And the former 2nd overall pick in the draft 4 years ago. Kjerstad will bat with O'Hearn still at first. The Orioles choosing not to use Jackson Holliday as a pinch runner here. O'Hearn, about a league average runner, is a tying run. And Kjerstad, in his first postseason appearance, will bat. He was on the roster a year ago. He made it to the on-deck circle, but never here. Never to 60 feet 6 inches away from glory. Erceg's pitch, and a swing and a miss. A slider knee high for strike 1.
I mean, the secondary stuff makes you a little bit nervous having Kjerstad up there against Erceg, especially that changeup. But remember the last time that Kjerstad was up, what did he do in Minnesota?
Home run to center. Here's the 0-1. Heston rips it foul. He got 98. If you could have placed it on a tee, it wouldn't have been any closer to the heart of the plate than that was. And now it is match point for Lucas Erceg in Kansas City. 2 strikes on the pinch hitter Kjerstad, who homered 4 times in 39 games in the regular season. O'Hearn's the tying run at first. Erceg has the side. And the 0-2. Ground ball foul left side. Kjerstad did everything he could to hang in on that slider. Practically twisted his knee into knots. Dropping down to get a breaking ball and just keep the game alive. Cedric Mullins on deck, hoping for a chance. A glance at first from Erceg. He'll lob over that way. 1-0 Kansas City. The Orioles looking to snap a postseason losing streak that dates back to Kansas City in the ALCS in 2014. They need Kjerstad to reach to keep it alive. Here is the 0-2, and it is in the dirt. Blocked easily by Perez on a slider that bounced in front of the plate. 3 minutes past the bottom of the hour, Tuesday, October the 1st. The Orioles hoping it is the first step in a journey to the World Series, but right now they just need a run. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. A ground ball foul right side. A changeup, and again, Kjerstad playing self-defense in a 2 strike count. They took him with the 2nd pick of the draft 4 years ago, hoping Heston would fulfill his power potential in pivotal postseason moments. Battling through injuries, here he is. 1-2 again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A changeup down and away, and game 1 belongs to the Kansas City Royals. 1-0 is your final score as Lucas Erceg nails down the save. The Orioles strand the tying run at first, and the postseason losing streak for the Baltimore Orioles extends to 9 games, the longest active streak in Major League Baseball. It was a nasty knuckler of a changeup from Erceg. The Royals bullpen goes the final 3. He got the final 4 outs. Cole Ragans got the first 18. The Orioles pitching utterly brilliant, but their offense stymied at every turn as they strand 7, and they drop game 1 of this best-of-3 series, which means for the Orioles it is win tomorrow or it is go home. Coming up next, the totals as the Orioles fall 1-0 in game 1 to Kansas City. This is the Orioles Radio Network.
As a proud partner of the Orioles,